Mojave Wasteland now purged of its most dangerous elements, rumors abound of a mysterious newcomer seeking out the now famous courier. While many of the accounts vary, they all share a common message delivered by the traveler. Tell Mir to go to where it all began. Recalling your past deeds as a bounty hunter, you soon realize it can only mean one place: Randall and Associates. Perhaps you should seek out this stranger and ascertain his motives. Hello folks, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. It has been a while since I've done a video on here. Now that I've finished up the main vanilla storylines of Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, and have moved on to quest mods and whatnot, I'm finally going to have more time to spend back in the Mojave. Now, a long time ago, I did New Vegas Bounties 1 and 2, and I've been meaning to do 3 for probably a few years at this point. So I'm happy to finally get around to this. Now, I don't have New Vegas Bounties 1 and 2 installed anymore. I had to completely wipe my installation a long time ago. So this first location we need to go to, I'm assuming they mean Randall's original shack, might not be there. Let's head on down and see. Although, considering how long it's been since I've done those, maybe someone would have torn it down by now. Who knows? Let's just go see. Yep, there's no shack here anymore. They totally erased him from existence, it seems. Hi, Virgil.
This place doesn't look like much, does it? I didn't believe this was Randall's old joint until I checked inside. Shame that it's been left abandoned. That painting is something to see.
Pretend there's a shack there. I'm not going to reinstall New Vegas Bounties 1 just for the sake of that. I understand you wanted to meet with me.
I figured it was a matter of time before you showed. Rumors spread like the clap in the Mojave. At any rate, you're here in all your glory. The Courier. Do you get tired of that title? It's not very imposing, you know? Maybe that's the beauty of it. Nobody expects to be downed by a messenger. Hey, here's your letter. Oh, and you're dead. Do you pronounce it courier or courier? Probably doesn't matter. Tomato, tomato.
Do you mind telling me what you want?
It's a matter of what I need, actually. My job is to relay a message from my supervisor, a fellow by the name of Marko. See, he's rather upset over his brother's death, and he wants to settle with you, in Utah. It's a very long trip. Luckily, I know the way.
Well, what are we waiting for? I've also got unfinished business with Marko.
You are tightly wound, you know that? Just relax, hero. You'll get there soon enough. First, you're gonna help me with some business here. There are a few contacts here in the Mojave that I need to sort out on behalf of Marko's business interests. Funny thing is that there's some overlap with your past work. I managed to look through some of Randall's old records in the shack. To his credit, the man kept very meticulous records. He must have been quite the typist. Anyway, if you want to reach Utah, first you'll help me solve problems. Sort of like bounty hunting. Oh, and don't worry, you won't have to kill any women or children. Nothing that might compromise your code. These pretty much have it coming.
I don't have a choice, do I?
That depends. Everybody likes choices in life, so let me varnish my offer so there's an illusion of freedom. You can swallow your pride and help me, which will doubtlessly provide opportunities for enrichment, conversation, and all manner of excitement. Or, you can forgo my offer and fecklessly wander the wastes, wondering how you let a chance at Marko slip through your fingers. I'm sure some people would consider them equally valid choices.
Alright, I'll help you.
What a team we'll be. I can't wait! Gotta make a little stop before we meet the first guy. Here's the spot on your map. See you there.
I don't really want you, following me around, though. I'd rather do this on my own. Okay, so as usual, I've got my pretty standard kind of look, I guess. I don't know what happened to my Desert Ranger survivalist armor. I dumped it somewhere and I can't find it. I got Figaro, the little unique shaving blade here. Got my standard Ranger Sequoia. And of course my survivalist rifle. And the anti-material rifle. This has pretty much been my standard loadout for a while now. It's kind of just my 3 favorite. Okay, so where are we going? Up by the Sarsaparilla headquarters. Go to Monte Carlo. Man, I've missed New Vegas so much. So much. Let's wait till daytime, shall we? Okay, bright and early. Let's go meet this guy. I have no idea how long this is going to be. The New Vegas Bounties quest mods are typically fairly long. At least, I remember New Vegas Bounties 2 was very long.
Ah, you made it. The fiends really know how to make a neighborhood their own, don't they? Speaking of fiends, you remember Eileen, right? Slightly unbalanced gal who liked to sever men's genitalia? Yeah, hard to forget. Way back when you knocked her off, NCR started telling people that it was finally safe to start moving in around here, due to law and order. Well, as you probably know, the fiends were a bit more resilient than they had expected. Oh, and it turns out Eileen wasn't even the worst one. Actually, she kept some of the more savage elements in line with the threat of emasculation. What a word, emasculation. Shout it to the heavens. After you disposed of Eileen, a nice gentleman named Troy took over her crew. He was no power player, but he certainly left his mark. You see, Troy was a chronic rapist, even worse than old Cook. Not long after the Owen family moved in here, Troy paid him a visit. Let's go inside and see his handiwork, shall we?
Do we really need the show and tell? The more you try to convince me, the less I'm gonna believe anything you say.
You know, if I knew that I caused this, even in a crazy roundabout sort of way, that would just eat me up inside. Sort of awkward now.
Troy and his fiends did this, not me.
In some circles, that would be called ducking responsibility. Troy was nothing before you killed Eileen. On top of the money, I completely understand killing Eileen, given the habitual severing of penises. In my book, that's right up there with murder. But don't doubt for a second that you set this in motion. You can't kill and walk away no matter what side of the law you think you're on. Nonetheless, we can sit here arguing about rapists and dick cutters, or we can go kill fiends. Never gets old, does it? I'll see you at Troy's.
Yeah, one thing at a time, man. These are some old skeletons. What in the hell are you talking about? These have been here for a long time. It's nothing more disturbing than you just see littered around the wasteland. What are you talking about? Alright. Looks like he's just over here. I'm pretty sure I'm getting near the end of the Some Guy series of quests. I'm pretty sure that after I do this one, there's one more that's kind of the conclusion to them all. I might be wrong about that, but I think I've done all the other ones at this point. I even did the alternate one where you, the one where you had to side with Judge Richter to actually do it, which I didn't, but okay. Yeah, see, this is more gross than what I just saw, buddy.
I just love a quick jaunt through the ruins of a dead city. Makes me feel privileged to be alive. Maybe that's just me. I suppose we should make our way to Troy now, seeing as to how you're a famous, cold-blooded, God-fearing bounty hunter. I'll follow your lead. One thing, though. Please don't cut off random fingers in the hopes of collecting a reward. After you.
Who the fuck are
Get out of there.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Troy. You have been a busy little boy, haven't you? All that robbing and raping going on, yet you can't seem to return messages.
What? Who the fuck? I'm about to light your ass up, cocksucker. You know who I am? I'm gonna smoke you, then fuck you right up the ass.
No, you won't, Troy. Do you know who I work for? A gentleman by the name of Marko. He's very unhappy that you ignored his messages. Not good, Troy.
Marko? He sent you? Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to ignore him. Shit just got fucked up. I was busy and...
Shh, Troy, calm yourself. No point in making a scene. Keep your dignity intact. You could have avoided this with timely correspondence.
Oh, God. He sent you to kill me, didn't he? Please, don't. I'll give you money, girls, anything.
What does everyone just assume I would want a woman? I do prefer them, but you never know. Doesn't matter. Troy, this is a matter of balance.
I can't go like this, Mama!
Now, would you look at that? Troy, you went and pissed yourself. Would you relax? I'm not going to kill you.
Really? Oh, thank you. I'll do whatever you want. Just tell Marko. I'll do it.
No, I won't kill you, Troy. This bounty hunter will.
Oh shit, Mama!
Troy's tough. Kind of. Guy took 3 headshots.
Bravo. When Marko told me to bring you, I told him, well, I thought that it was crazy. But you know what? He was right. You're a real killer. Next stop, Freeside. We get to take in the splendor of Vegas's grand cesspool. I'll see you there.
So, this is how it's gonna be. You're just gonna give me exposition about how horrible these people are, chat them, and have me kill them? I mean, I see. Anyways. Alright. Off to Freeside. I've gotta say, I missed the standard format of just, going to a guy, getting a job, returning. This obviously is the last part of New Vegas Bounties, so the story is coming full circle now.
Great. Just when you think the NCR can't possibly sink their claws deeper, the town of Prim signs up to join the Republic.
You ran up to me like you were gonna give me a banana yucca fruit or a bottle of dirty water or whatever you usually give me. 15 caps.
Urine, feces, vomit. That's the intoxicating aroma of Freeside. It's like smelling hopelessness. If you're wondering, this fine establishment is known as Carl's Candy, with a K. Unfortunately, they do not offer confectionaries. No, Carl's is just one of many brothels in Freeside, but it should interest you for at least one reason. No, not that one. That comely young lady soliciting her services on the corner is known as Jill. Apparently, she's the daughter of the late Charlie Halfcock. See, Charlie's mercenary work provided for his daughter after his wife left him. With a name like Halfcock, you can imagine why she left. Single father with half a penis and a powerful rifle. What a story. But then, he met you. His kid, orphaned. Though only at the tender age of 16, Jill took it upon herself to make her way in the Mojave. With few marketable skills, Jill was soon forced to rely on her most valuable asset, her body. Carl quickly scooped her up and made her his own. But it doesn't end there, friend. Carl doesn't just pimp out girls. He makes them utterly dependent through chem abuse. Pretty soon, Jill was strung out on jet and completely broke. She became de facto property of Carl. Coincidentally, I have to deliver some news to Carl so we can kill 2 perverts with 1 stone. You'd better lead the way, though. My rugged looks are simply magnetic to females, and I don't want to be swarmed by hussies.
What is this, The Last of Us 2? Why are you giving me this guilt trip bullshit? Oh, you should feel bad about your decisions that happened a long time ago now. Anyways.
Shut the fuck up, bitch! You want another smack? Do you
Hi.
mind? I am trying to work you. If you're looking for some tail, check downstairs.
Carl, tell me, does it make you feel strong when you smack around starving hookers? This is a real man right here.
Ooh, excuse me? You go walk into my place and lay down attitude? Motherfucker, I will crack your skull open and shit in it.
As much as I want to be moved by that arresting imagery, I need to get to the point, Carl. Do you remember the arrangement you had with Marko?
Marko? Are you serious? That motherfucker ain't even real. So I took some guy's money and said I'd kick it up to Marko. What of it? It was a scam.
No scam, Carl. You knowingly stole from one of Marko's associates, then went on to denounce the whole affair in public. Bad judgment, my boy.
You can't be serious. I was just joking with some boys in Freeside. Everyone knows Marko isn't real. Right? Oh, fuck, man. Oh, fuck. Holy shit, man.
No
Over
joke.
here!
If only I could exit VATS. You slimy...
And that's how it's done, partner. You showed patience, but didn't hesitate when it was time to act. Well done. Just one more stop and then we can begin the great trek. There's a little homestead I want you to see first, though. Here's the spot on your map.
Sure. Carl have anything in here? By the way, you're free, lady. Nope, just booze and nothing else. Okay. Nice suit, Carl. Alright, Quigley residence. Alright. They're in East Vegas. Ah, the old out-of-memory problem. Gotta love it.
This fine residence is the home of Dana Quigley, widow of the late Tom Quigley. You remember him, right? Though an inveterate womanizer and a madman, Ranger Quigley still sent proceeds from his caravan robberies to his family. When his mischief caught up with him, Mrs. Quigley found herself destitute and struggled to provide for 3 children. On the verge of starvation and homelessness, Mrs. Quigley soon received an offer from a businessman. In exchange for a hefty sum, he would seize Mrs. Quigley's daughter and sell her to Kaiser's Legion. She accepted the offer. While the initial windfall tided them over for a spell, the Quigley residence has fallen on hard times once again. Crop failures and whatnot. Already maddened with regret over her daughter's fate, now Mrs. Quigley must decide how to proceed. Sell the farm? Prostitute herself? Sell a child? The dilemmas of the wasteland. Why don't we pay her a visit? You should have plenty to talk about.
I've had enough of your Ghost of Christmas Past bullshit. Regardless, I'll talk to her.
Have I struck a nerve? I knew you were angry, but wow. Look at that vein just throbbing. I'm gonna guess you have high blood pressure. Let's go help this old bag, whether she likes it or not.
Yeah, I remember Tom Quigley. So her husband was a scumbag, and then she sold a child to the Legion. Let's go see what we can do.
Can I help you?
I'm just passing through. Is there anything I can do to help?
Unless you got a golden goose, there's nothing. Damn fat cats in town are about to push me off my land.
Lord Death. Oh, I could go that route, but I have so many caps from my adventures in this series. Would 2,000 caps get you on your feet?
I don't know what to say. Wait, did the hustlers put you up to this? You don't look rich. How did you get that kind of cash? Is this a con?
I'm gonna go ahead and do the lie on this one because I don't want to hear it. I'm just a concerned citizen with some extra caps. Nothing devious, I swear.
Well, okay. This is... I don't know what to say to this other than thank you. You're going to give us our lives back, stranger. God bless you.
So basically, if you tell her... I did it the first time. If you tell her that you're the one that killed her husband,
Hey,
she doesn't take it,
anything going on?
and she just gives you an earful. So, better to just not say anything.
Did it burn you up having to lie to her like that? Maybe it was natural for you. You can tell yourself that she's got the cap, so it makes things right. But deep down, that demon whispers the truth. You caused
I'm
this.
getting real sick of your
Try
bullshit.
to bury it, suppress it all you want. Everything you've done comes back to you in the end. If all my pestering is starting to bother you, take heart. We're nearing the end of the line. We've got a date with some fancy legionary near Cottonwood Cove. See you there.
Yeah, it is really bothering me. Think of how many things that the people that I took down, how many problems they were causing for so many more people in the wasteland. And I don't like the tone this one is going. I know why it's doing this. It's just, not a fan. Every single person I killed in New Vegas Bounties 1 and 2 deserved it. I don't give a fuck what the repercussions were. New Vegas Killer was different, but that was assuming you were playing the evil characters. And yeah, that was kind of more like a fever dream, a what if. Okay, here I am. The Legion is not going to be happy to see me, considering I killed Caesar like 100 hours ago. Where's this guy? You finally showed up. Took you long enough.
This nice little cavern is the temporary home of one Marcus Scribonius Libodrusus, an important man given his responsibility, slaves. Unbeknownst to his comrades, Drusus has been engaged with unsavory elements that happen to be in the employ of Marko. Lining your pockets is a capital offense in Kaiser's Legion, along with everything else. But corruption makes it more capital? Recently, Drusus has had second thoughts about his past exchanges. So it's high time he's reminded of his obligations.
I'm sorry, I don't really follow what you want here. And what a stupid name, by the way. Oh, I didn't even see this. He lives in an anthill?
Who dares intrude in my quarters? Name yourselves.
Not a polite reception, I must say. Is the hammer necessary? I think you're making my friend nervous.
By Mars, if you don't identify yourself, I'll bludgeon you and that other renegade into a bloody pulp.
I go by Virgil, but that's not really germane to the discussion. See, Drusus, I answer to a certain Marko. You might have heard of him.
You listen, profligate. I am done dealing with Marko or his lackeys. I do not answer to lawless scum.
Scum. That's harsh, Drusus. Harsh. You might not deign to speak with us now, but I seem to recall you happy to accept our captives a few months ago.
I can't. The speculators are investigating. If they know I dealt with you, I'll be scourged and crucified like a low criminal.
But you are a criminal. You should have embraced it. Believe me, life is so much simpler and fulfilling. Better than all this stilted soldiering.
I will never yield. I am mighty. I am invincible.
Hey, thanks. Now, would you like me to tell you about how your actions here will affect a family of sad people 15 years down the line? And how you should feel horrible about what you've just done?
Requiescat in pace, Drusus. He couldn't accept the change rendered by his choices. Now, where have I heard that before? If you're poised to lose some witty retort or just good old-fashioned vitriol, save it for just a touch longer. My business here is settled, so I must depart for Frosthill. If you wish to join me, go to the Northern Passage and we'll make final preparations. Oh, and please leave any accompanying rabble here in the Mojave. Marko instructed me to bring you and no one else. See you there.
So, from what I remember, Marko is the ultimate villain in the new Vegas Bounties series. He's even been involved in the Russell mod, and I think maybe a few other things. So he's definitely gonna die. I mean, I guess we can go ahead and head up there. Nothing holding me back here.
Yes?
What do you mean, yes? I'm ready to leave for Frosthill. Now, you know what? Why did Marko send you? Why didn't he just come and face me himself?
Do you always imagine elaborate, contrived showdowns with your antagonists? I'm afraid Marko's a touch more pragmatic in his outlook. Don't worry, he'll fight you on his own terms when the time's right. First, I have to see to his interests while he stabilizes things in Utah. He told me that Sergio came here, squared off with you in some mountain town. Didn't work out well for him, did it? Do you want Marko that badly? You have to know that it's risky going up to Utah.
What happened to your voice line here? What in the hell was even that?
Yes?
That was really weird. What is your background? How did you get mixed up with Marko?
I had a non-traditional upbringing, with the requisite amount of violence for wasteland standards. Marko found me when I was a young man. I was just a thug when we met. He saw something in me, something I didn't know about myself. He just has that ability. It's uncanny. He pushed me to become more proficient at violence, but also instilled the urge to educate myself. It's amazing what learned slaves can teach you. I have no doubt I would have perished in some scrape back east if I hadn't met Marko. I would have been another anonymous, forgotten raider. Some gang members came and went, like Red Bear. They feared Marko, so their presence was usually ephemeral. There was always a core, though. We stay loyal to Marko because he wins every time, against all odds. There's profit, but also brotherhood. Is it the same with your group?
Well, I guess this is kind of the truth. My companions stick with me out of mutual respect. And because they don't really have a choice, but you know.
Respect? All the time, even when someone is drunk or careless? I wonder how you tolerate their flaws, and vice versa.
Where'd you get the Pip-Boy?
It was given to me when I came of age, so very long ago. Though it's unsightly and cumbersome, there's no questioning its value. The targeting alone has saved my skin more than a few times. Of all the paths I've walked, all the trials I've endured, it's been constant. Yes, this Pip-Boy is better than a loyal hound. Certainly superior to a wife. God, it's not even close.
Wait, you grew up in a vault?
Do you find that remarkable? Most people have rather strong assumptions about vault dwellers. We're all naive, agoraphobic shut-ins, right? Some of them never adapt to the outside, but me, I never liked being trapped. As a boy, I constantly dreamed of life beyond the vault. I escaped through literature and comic books. Never cared for school itself. My father punished me, even destroyed my books. I didn't care. I could paint grand vistas in my mind, climbing to the highest peaks while taking in real sunlight, breathing unfiltered air. My father hated his lot in the vault, working maintenance. He hated even more that I was content to spend my time withdrawn from his world. He drank a lot, beat me and my brother when things boiled over. Overseer was a real traditional type, didn't want to interfere, so nothing changed. Dad had plans for me. Maintenance and repair in the vault, an auspicious occupation. I probably would have killed myself if I'd stayed in that vault.
How did you escape the vault?
When I was 13, the water chip gave out, so we had to make contact with the outside. I wanted to leave with a scouting expedition. Dad said no. I planned on sneaking out with my kid brother. Couldn't leave him with Dad. I got caught, and the old man pummeled me unconscious. I ended up in the infirmary. Dad wound up in his cell. Didn't last, though. Overseer released him the next day. He had critical skills. You see, I found that life is a series of epiphanies. Some are minute, others hit you like a freight train. I had a big one in the infirmary. I realized that the rules would always work against me in my dreams. Somebody with money or power pulls the strings, snuffs them out. It was that realization that finally pushed me over the edge. Or made my balls drop. One night I picked up Dad's bat and bashed his kneecaps. He cried like a little girl, apologized and confessed till he was hoarse. My stepmom stayed out of it. She was a timid soul. I told them that me and my brother were leaving, and that they shouldn't bother trying to find us. Dad just sobbed and nodded. There was a skeleton crew guarding the entrance, so we slipped out before they found Dad. Don't know what became of him. Knowing what I know now, I only wish they'd finished that bastard off. He was a waste of life.
So what happened after you escaped the vault?
We left at night, but it was still disconcerting at first, seeing the sky above you, like an ocean bearing down on you. You feel so small. We adjusted soon enough, just kept walking east. It was so stupid in hindsight. A couple of kids with a baseball bat, nothing more. You see, back east there aren't all these nations like you have here. It's just towns and tribes with no real order. We had no idea. I wish I could tell you we found a town and everything worked out. Not the case. We were picked up by slavers led by a man named Dickie. Dickie ran a roaming band who would lease out slaves to towns or raiding crews. To his credit, he was a sharp trader. I thought I had taken some harsh beatings, but the slavers made Dad seem like some grandma with an old switch. They were merciless. It only bothered me when they hit my brother, though. He was no more than 8 at the time, so they planned on making him a sex slave. I despised Dickie not because of his cruelty, but because he was always smiling, whistling, making cracks. Dad may have been an abusive cretin, but at least he imparted some mechanical know-how. That's how I got the slave collars off. We ran until our blood burned and our bare feet bled, then ran some more. Dickie was tracking us with dogs. It was closed when I spotted the town. In that moment, I knew we wouldn't make it. Dickie and his crew were too fast, so I sent my brother off towards the town while I backtracked. He made it. I didn't. If I'd known what awaited me, the sheer hell of it, I might have killed myself before they took me.
What did Dickie do when he recaptured you?
What didn't Dickie do? 5 years. 5 years of hell. That's what I got for leaving the vault and saving my brother. It was work, beatings, work, and then more beatings. All the while there was Dickie's laughter. All the while I thought of my brother. I was near a man when Dickie got the idea of matching me up in the cage. That was a big draw, fighting slaves to the death. I knew it was my chance.
Man, we're just getting the entire exposition dump here, but you know what? We might as well go for it. What happened when you fought in the cage?
I was strong enough from all the work, but I didn't know anything about real fighting. Dickie wanted to use me as bait for his stud fighter, Jay. Guy had at least 30 pounds in me, had won a dozen matches. I saw him as an obstacle to my freedom, something between me and my brother. It was one of the many lessons in the power of resolve. That man should have killed me, but I wanted it more, plain and simple. He broke one arm and half my ribs, but I ended it when I gouged his eyes and then drove my heel through his skull like it was a piece of old fruit. Dickie wasn't laughing then. I was hurt, but seeing his face was worth every break and bruise that I'd suffered. It was the first time I killed. I'm not sure what Dickie had planned for me because another man bought me on the spot. A guy named Thompson. He was all right. Thompson made me an offer. Win enough matches and I'll set you free. Win a lot of matches and you can join the crew. So I did. So I fought and I won. Every type of man, big, small, slow, fast. I found a way to kill them. It always boiled down to willpower, nothing else. Thompson was an old fellow, gruff but fair. He pushed me hard, but it paid off. He never beat me, not that I gave him reason. I respected him. He recognized the fire burning in me, knew how to harness it without smothering me. Wasn't long before I was working alongside him. After Thompson died, I was in charge. Wasn't long after that I met Marko, and the rest is history.
Alright, what can you tell me about Marko?
I suppose in a strange way he's not much different from you, Courier. He was forged in violence, reborn a survivor. He's not exceptional in any physical sense, nor is he the most intelligent man I've met. I suppose it's his will that sets him apart. There have been times when most men would have succumbed to defeat or even death, yet Marko won in the end. He told me about the time he was captured by raiders back east. They ate Marko's comrades and forced him into servitude. He went along with it, ingratiating himself with the leader and even proving himself as a capable cook. The raiders grew to trust him. He was eventually offered the chance to join their ranks, on the condition that he prove his ability to kill without hesitation. While he had certainly killed before, this was different. He was ordered to slaughter the family of a random farmer, a fellow by the name of Randall. Given your history with Randall, I have no doubt he's told you what transpired. Marko killed them all in front of Randall in gruesome fashion. The slavers' leader was so impressed that he made Marko his right-hand man. Marko soon exceeded all expectations as a raider. It seemed as if Marko had assimilated into this new lifestyle with no regrets or grudges, for a time. Then, they ran into a rival group of raiders.
Go on.
On the eve of their battle, Marko sedated the leader and carried him to the rival encampment. With a rapt, surprised audience in full view, Marko blinded, castrated, and paralyzed his leader, then announced his intentions. He declared himself leader of the rival tribe and would face anyone who thought himself more worthy. None challenged him. With his intimate familiarity with his original clan's tactics, Marko led his men to an easy victory. The fate of the captured raiders was grim. Most were blinded, emasculated, and crippled, much like the leader. Additionally, they were disemboweled. For days, Marko allowed his dogs to feed on the entrails of the dying men, taking care to ensure their survival long enough to extend the agony. They all died eventually, except the leader. He had a much worse fate. They say Marko carted him about for years, caged like an animal. He was a living reminder that crossing Marko could bring a fate far worse than death. No one ever questioned him.
Do you ever feel guilty about running with Marko? Surely you've seen and done awful things.
Marko always said, man is the measure of all things. In this world, you make your own law for yourself and those closest to you. Talking about right and wrong is delusional and self-indulgent. If you had traveled and seen what I have, you'd appreciate the truth in this. Seen towns where they ate people but wouldn't let the women out in public for fear of immorality. Other places they killed kids for stealing food. Deep down, everybody has an idea about what's right. Sleeping with another man's wife? It's okay, she's unhappy. How about robbery? Oh, they're rich. Marko taught me to look within, trust my own instincts, and most importantly, to do what it takes to stay alive. He always looked after his people. So to answer your question, I don't feel guilty. There ain't no heaven or hell, just this rock. And I'll get mine while I'm here.
If I'm hearing you right, you seem to embrace being the bad guy.
I want to know what a feet-sniveling worm coined the term bad guy. Probably some spineless wretch who relied on stronger men for his safety. You know what bad means to me? It means you're strong, you endure when others listen to that pussified voice inside, lay down and die. I don't know about your world with all its nations and laws, but in my world, good is raw flesh that's stripped and eaten by the hungry. What would you do without a few bad men around? No job for starters. You're only as good as the man across from you. It's what builds you. You've smoked a few lowlifes and now you're supposed to be special? You're just another meatbag with an expiration date. The hubris of it, to call me bad. There will come a time when you'll wish you had more bad in you, because good lets you down in the end.
I'm really not buying into your line of bullshit reasoning here. Is this all about Sergio? I have a hard time believing that Marko was close to his brother.
Why wouldn't it be about Sergio? Even bad men love their brothers. You might say their mutual interests made them closer. You're not completely off base, though. Before Sergio was killed, Marko had already heard some of the stories coming out of the Mojave. People talked about some courier who was all but unstoppable. A veritable force of nature by all accounts. That didn't sit well with Marko. I guess on some level he wants to prove that you're no better than the rest of us mere mortals. Or at least not better than him. You've been riding high since you ducked the Reaper. Maybe too high. If you aren't careful, you'll get a nasty lesson in mortality soon enough.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Okay, now that story time's over.
Yes?
I am ready to leave for Frosthill.
Only 250 miles to go. Let's get started.
You stand poised to depart the Mojave Wasteland for Frosthill, Utah. Is that a real town? It'll be a long, arduous journey, and you will be unable to return until you've dealt with Marko. You'll have limited access to food and munitions during your time in Frosthill. If you're up to the challenge, inform Virgil that you're indeed ready to depart. I think I've got enough guns and ammo and stim packs. I'm ready. Are we just getting started here?
It's a nice long walk to Frosthill, so pay attention and you might learn something. Over the years, travelers have told stories of a man in black, the most dangerous killer alive, from somewhere far to the east. For you, he was merely a name, Marko. He would have remained just that, if not for a chain of events after you emerged from the grave. You squared off with the Mojave's worst, and prevailed. Some began to speak of you as a living legend of the wasteland. None of this would have mattered until you met a man named Sergio, and killed him. Then you had Marko's full attention. When he heard about his brother's death, he sent me to find you, to bring you to him, so that you could settle this. Now there will be a grim meeting between you and the man in black, after which, only one legend will endure. Well, we made it. Don't you love that clean mountain air? Breathe it in, savor it. Do you have anything you want me to relay to Marko?
Yeah, about a dozen rounds of high explosive 50 cal. This is more what I should say. But tell him I look forward to our meeting. We have a lot to talk about.
More than you know, perhaps. No doubt he shares your enthusiasm for spirited discourse. Goodbye, courier.
Okay. Spirited discourse. That's an interesting way of saying mag dumping. Now, we'll talk to him. We'll hear him out. Okay, so we're in Frosthill. What the hell now? I am here in this world space with, well, I have a waypoint. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's Virgil. Who the hell? Oh, Randall.
You okay, stranger? Well, hellfire if it isn't my old protege, come up all the way from the Mojave Wasteland. You are a sight for sore eyes, old friend. How the hell are you? Took your sweet-ass time getting here, if I may say so.
It's good to see you too. I had a few delays, but I got here just the same.
Yeah, I reckon so. We got a lot of catching up to do, but we best do it back at my shack. It ain't safe out here in the open. Here's a spot on your map. It ain't much, but there's shelter and some warm beds. Stop by and I'll catch up on everything. Be careful now.
I did not expect to see Randall. I was fairly certain he was dead in the first game, in the first mod. I was actually thinking this was just gonna wrap up really fast, but I guess maybe it's not. Fine by me. Alright, let's go. I guess we can just follow him, huh? Got some different or some different map markers around. So I'll make sure to explore this entire place here. Let's just follow Randall, I guess.
Hey there.
Alright, looks like Randall's camp over here. Let's get a look at this place we're at here. Nice little valley, I guess.
I hear the region's fixing to attack the dam. Good thing I ain't there.
Huh. It's a collection of bounty hunters. Bounty hunter quarters. Thorn. Brookshire shack. Alright, looks like we got our hub here. Now let's talk to Randall. Hi, Ford. Where's Lincoln Mercury? Still with the pictures, I see.
I only have one question. Are you willing to kill people for money? I'm just joshing you, partner. Had to ask, for old time's sake. Lord knows you've killed enough for the both of us, and then some. I heard about you taking down Judge Richter, Red Bear, and Sergio. Damn fine work by all accounts. I know you might have a lot of different reasons for coming here, but I want you to know I appreciate it. Fact is, I could use your help. My goal is to find Marko and kill the son of a bitch, plain and simple. We even got the NCR bankrolling us this time, thanks to Mr. Brookshire. Truth is that we're in a tight spot here. When Marko came to Frosthill, he brought a passel of outlaws with him, all of them a rough bunch. I'm talking about the hardest, meanest vermin west of the Mississippi, gathered over years of rape. We ain't taking no prisoners up here. It's gonna be sorta like what we did back in Vegas, except this time, we finish it, together. Marko has nowhere else to run now. It's gonna be tough, partner, and downright bloody. You let me know when you're ready to start, and I'll get you on track. I'd tell you not to distract me with questions, but I reckon that would be downright rude, considering everything that's transpired. If you're curious, ask away. So long as you don't keep me away from my typing for too long, I reckon somebody has to keep this outfit organized.
Yes, I would like to know a few things.
Ask away.
How did you become a ghoul?
Oh, how did I become a zombie? Yeah, I can say that shit with impunity now. Zombie, 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 motherfucker. Anyway, Sugar had busted me up, then buried me up to my neck in dirt, not far from some old wayside. Made me sick as fuck. There I am, wasting away, sun burning my head, thinking it can't get worse. Wrong. Fucking giant ants showed up, about to chomp my dome off. Right when I'm about to become a snack for the bugs, a pack of wild dogs comes running in, chew up the ants, then run 'em off. I'm thinking, hallelujah for man's best friend. Wrong again. Big alpha dog came up and commenced to humping my face. Did it all night. So that mangy fucker is making love to my ear when finally I hear gunshots, despite my impairment. Thought I'd finally caught a break. Dogs run off, but it was the jackals that found me. Cocksuckers had a real laugh at me, half ghoulified and covered in dog jizz.
That's horrifying. Please continue.
Well, the jackals shackled me and hauled me around, made me their zombie slave. They just assumed I was some random hobo in the wastes. I ended up taking a page out of old Marshall Cooper's playbook. Late one night, I used a fork to kill their leader, then grabbed a gun. Jackals are all pussies, of course, so they ran off. I did manage to kill 2 of them, though. After that, I got my bearings and headed north.
I totally forgot about the fork story. Why didn't you return to the Mojave?
Jackals hauled me up north to begin with, and I wasn't sure what was going on back in Vegas. For all I knew, the judge was still around. I ain't proud of everything I've done, but it worked out. I was on the road when somebody told me Marko was up in Utah. Hearing that gave me real purpose again, something to work towards. I got on as a caravan guard and got up here not long after that. I started to figure it was nothing. I'd heard stories of Marko dying for years until I saw him. He was outside town, had a gang with him. Deep down I knew he'd be too fast or one of his boys would plug me first. I'd have to wait, but at least I knew where he was. I went back with a caravan, used my paycheck to get geared up, and that's when Brookshire found me. He told me that NCR had a stake in Frosthill, wanted to fund a bounty hunting expedition. All they needed was some leadership. By that time, word had gotten around about your doings in the Mojave, so Brookshire figured I'd be a good fit to corral his gang of misfits. I mean, it's going to work, but sometimes I have my doubts about all this, the way things turned out. I regret starting you down this path.
Alright, well, let's go after the first target.
I got to tell you, I'm downright giddy about this. It's just like the old days. You excited too? Ready to get out and kill some bad guys?
Hell yes.
Good. Now squash that bullshit right now. You better harden the fuck up when you go after this bunch, because they're killers, every one of them. The first is Garza, a Mexican sharpshooter who served as Marko's scout for years. He's a first-rate marksman by all accounts. Word is that he's in Buxton Mine, where he's holed up with a trio of hussies, the Amantes or whatever. I can't speak that shit. It's a crazy man with 3 bloodthirsty bitches. Enough said. Any questions?
What else can you tell me about the women accompanying Garza?
Garza is reportedly something of a ladies' man, so much so that he always has a stable of sluts on hand, no matter the circumstances. Crazy bitches feed him, bring him supplies, even fight for him, screaming like banshees on the rag. Goddamn terrifying if you ask me. Then again, maybe Garza is smarter than all of us. At any rate, keep your eyes open for him and his manatees.
Okay.
Good, just keep your head down and do what you do best. I'll see you when you get back. Oh, almost forgot. If you're gonna be running around out in that freezing ass cold, might as well dress for it. Here's something I had stowed away.
Mountain drifter outfit. Drifter's hat. Should we, Wow, I haven't seen my character's face in a long time. I still prefer my riot gear, to be honest. I think I'll be fine, buddy. Not, I mean, thanks for the unique gear and stuff like that, but I'm out of here.
Heard of you. Some kind of hot chef from Mojave, right? Well, let me set things straight. I'm the fucking alpha dog here. Not that I'm worried. I hear you didn't do shit to help out Randall. Left him to get zombified. Fucking shitbird move. Got anything to say, shitbird?
Say shitbird one more time and I'll end you.
Fuck, okay, goddamn psycho. I didn't mean anything by it. Christ.
Okay. Well, where are we off to? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and, unlock, I'm gonna show the map markers, just so that I don't actually miss anything here. That doesn't unlock to, unlock them to travel to them, it just opens them up, kind of like if you took the Explorer perk or something. Anyways, let's go do some good old bounty hunting like old times. It only took me an hour to get to this point. I really did not expect to see Randall up here. I didn't expect it to, I was really thinking we were just going to come up here and immediately meet Marko, and it was just going to cap off the entire storyline, but this is an interesting twist. One that I welcome. Something tells me I might have, should have brought more ammo. I assumed I had enough, but I didn't think we were going to go on a full-blown bounty hunting expedition here. I'm going to go ahead and assume that the quests will bring us to all these map markers, but if they don't, I'll be sure to explore everything before we leave. Oh look, a fucking bear. Whoa. Oh, I have that perk, right. old habits. I sometimes forget that I have the improved gunplay mods on, or a variety of them. I just enjoy using VATS though, you know. I like the cinematic quality of it, and it kind of reminds me of. It brings me back to the old Fallout 1 and 2 days of using the targeting on there. Yeah, we got some more bad guys. Oh, I'm getting kind of messed up by these guys. And there's a bunch. Holy shit, there's a bunch. Okay, hold on. I wonder if there's any ammo merchants up here. God damn it. Fine. I need to remember to loot ammo and whatnot, just in case we really are going to be short on it up here. Take that. Some guns as well. Really, that was a lot of bad guys for a really small camp. A chainsaw. One thing I did bring a lot of was weapon repair kits, at least. Pretty much only have the ammo for the guns that, my main 3 weapons, though. Looks like I missed a turn. It's up the hill here. Here we go. Buxton Mine. Hooray. Uh-huh. Ah, they're immediately hostile. Guess I don't know what I was expecting. Maybe I get a chance to say something, but... Hi there. You really bringing a knife? Oh, I see. Back at the first guy I killed. Don't really need to disarm these, I suppose. I have that perk that lets me walk over them. Hi, everybody. Oh. Bubba. Alright, our target was not among the dead. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, Garza. Alright, of course. Randall loves fingers. Hey, a brush gun. Fortunately, he uses the same ammo as my pistol, but I'll take it. What's going on? Hold on, let me loot around for a minute. Brush gun's got better damage than my Ranger Sequoia, so I'll use it for a bit. What happened to all the bodies? Guess they only had knives anyways. What the hell? Let's read this note here. Garza, where the fuck is Marko? We're getting picked apart by goddamn bounty hunters, and he's off hiding in the fucking hills like some hermit. We gotta get organized, or pretty soon Randall and his gunmen are gonna hunt us all down like animals. How fucked up is this? He tells us to stay put and then disappears without a word. I'm not saying we should go against his instructions, but I don't like sitting around and waiting to have my finger chopped off. We've got to take the fight to the bounty hunters at some point. I'll keep in touch. Ingram. Terminal I can't access. Not much in the safe. Okay, I guess we're done down here.
My name's Ford. I am Randall's #1 killer, just so you know. And who the hell are you?
Didn't actually mean to talk to you. I'm Mir.
Oh, wait. You're the courier! Holy shit! I didn't mean to come on as such a hard ass. It's just part of the business, right? You and Randall are the reason I got into this business. I read all those dime novels back when I was on the farm. Told all about you in New Vegas.
Please tell me you didn't get into this business because something you read in a pamphlet?
It wasn't just some pamphlet. It's an in-depth account of all your exploits, with a touch of dramatic license. That's what it said. I memorized it. I was already a killer before I started bounty hunting. I'm almost as good as killing at you, believe it or not.
I'm sort of curious. What did those dime novels say?
Oh man, they tell about everything you did, and it's completely accurate. Let me get something, just a second. Oh, yeah. Sergio pressed the cold steel barrel against the captive's head. "Make a move and she gets it," he muttered with serpentine rasp. With eyes that exhibited steely resolve, the courier calmly replied, "You've taken your last captive, evildoer." Sergio trembled as silence ensued. When Sergio's sweaty fingers twitched, the courier deftly lifted a pistol from its holster and loosed hot lead, effortlessly felling the outlaws. How accurate is that? All of the details are in there. Even Sergio's sweaty finger. What do you think?
It's been a while, but as far as I remember, I kind of told him to go fuck himself when there was a giant gunfight on Main Street. You know what? I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'll leave it at that.
I bet you do stuff like that all the time, wiping out bad guys before they can blink. I just want to learn all I can from you, you know?
Well, you're gonna have to get yourself a Pip-Boy and start using VATS. What do you actually know about bounty hunting?
I know that we're only hired to hunt down the worst of the worst, so the use of lethal force is never in question. You have to be quick, able to get the jump on the bad guys. Having a big gun helps too. I think that about covers all the major points. Say, what if I was able to tag along with you? Watch and see how it's really done. I hold my own and all, but I want to learn from the best. Well, I've got gumption and a sharp mind. I believe I would be an asset to you.
You know what? Yeah, you can come along, Ford.
This is so fucking amazing. I'm actually helping you kill outlaws. Man, we're gonna be the most badass team in history.
I like your enthusiasm, at least.
What is it, partner?
I've got a decomposing severed finger here for you.
We're off to a good start then. I've still got a long list of names, so let me know when you're ready for the next target.
I'm ready.
What you got?
Give it up.
Good. The target is Kicking Dog, a humongous savage who broke away from the Whitelegs a while back and formed his own gang. Seeing as to how he only had a few men with him, Dog eventually joined up with Marko, who was more than happy to put his skills to use. Kicking Dog got his name from the way he kicks men to death, all while he snarls and drools like a mad dog. He's probably on chems. You can find him and a few compadres over in Wolfhead Cavern, not far from here. Any questions?
Do you know anything about Kicking Dog's fighting style? I would guess that he kicks.
Yeah, he likes to knock people down and then pound the shit out of them. He's big, fast, and mean, so it works most of the time. My advice is to keep your distance, cripple him, then take your time planting shots in his dome. Size and strength don't mean shit if you put a bullet in his brain. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright, just be careful, and I'll see you when you get back. Good luck.
Probably be more expedient to just... That's a bunch of headshots. Alright, Ford. Off we go. There's a gunfight happening down there. I'm trying to look for a way down where I don't just jump off a cliff. I can't tell where that is. Who cares? Or outlaws? Yep, just generic outlaws. Back off. Okay. Where you at, Ford? I'm assuming he'll show back up at some point. Now there's a random dog. Where did you come from? Why is it always gotta be a cave? Or a mine, or something like that. Alright. I'm coming in. Nice of you to join me, Ford. Okay, oh. Just shoot, Ford. That'll solve the problem real quick. Is he running away? Ford? He is, I think. Thermic lance. What a random thing to find. You know what? I'll take that, even though I'm not a melee character. Just because you don't see those very often. I mean, they're in the vanilla game and they're back in the Mojave. Get them from the Brotherhood bunker and stuff, but I'm not much for melee characters in Fallout games, so I really use them much. Kicking Dog's Den.
Prepare to face summary.
What the hell? Was that necessary, Ford? Hey, at least you know how to kill dogs. Are you part of the ATF? Alright, let's chain bats. I can't. I know some people really don't like bats, but I don't know. Having grown up with the original Fallouts and Fallout 3, I like it. I don't use it as much in like Fallout 4, and especially not 76, because the gunplay is a lot different on there. But I like me some bats. Ballistic Fist. Take that, just because. Not really much else in here. That wasn't nearly as involved as the other one. But okay.
What you got?
Another smelly finger.
I suppose he kicked his last then. Serves that savage right. Here's your reward. Come on back when you're ready for the next one. What is it, partner?
I'm ready for another bounty.
This time you're going after Squirrely Bill Blasius, big mouth cowboy who heads a gang of rowdies called the Vaqueros. In addition to being a full-time bandit, he claims to have the most magnificent mustache in the territory. In my experience, only civil servants and pedophiles wear mustaches with pride. He's definitely not the former, so that narrows it down. Old Bill recently set himself up at the town saloon, and he's now in the midst of a gambling bender. He also brought a few ruffians with him. A bounty is a bounty, but this one ain't so simple. We already have a touchy relationship with the town, so I don't want to make things worse. You can't just slip in and chop his head off or snipe him. It needs to at least look like self-defense, otherwise the townsfolk get all pissy. I've no doubt you can find some way to offend the fella. Once he draws on you, it's fair game. If you can pull it off, I'll throw in a bonus. Word has it that he's particularly touchy about the mustache, so there's a start. Any questions?
Is Bill a decent fighter?
He's better than most, but he's mainly just crazy. Unpredictable is probably a better description. That's how he got his name. He's hard to read. He's like a lot of these hotshot banditos. Everything is wrapped up in that revolver at his side. Disarm him or wound him, and he's helpless. Any other questions?
No, I think I've got it.
Don't forget, there's a bonus if you make Bill draw first. Good luck.
Don't worry, I'm sure I can piss him off in some way. Alright. Frosthill. Okay.
Howdy.
Okay, quaint little town. Very quiet. Tim's Repairs. An empty building. Frosthill Firearms. Hello. I am here to spend money.
What can I do for you?
As much as I appreciate hearing Big Iron, I don't want... H&H Tools nail gun. Wow, random. I don't need any of your guns. Oh, you've got some ammo. Okay. I've got a lot of caps, so I'm just gonna buy some ammo. Never know. Some ammo that I need, actually. No 50, huh? Okay. How'd you end up in Frosthill?
Raided for a bit in the rowdy days of my youth, until I met the right lady and ended up settling down. NCR still had a price on my head, though. I've been here for over 12 years now. My wife was with me for like 10 of them. It's an imperfect town, but, you know, it's ours. It was hardly any trouble till the hunters showed up, started raising hell going after Marko's boys. Ain't nothing good gonna come of it.
Must have taken a special woman to make you turn away from raiding.
You got no idea. First time I saw her was in a frontier town outside of the saloon. Me and some of the crew were in town to buy supplies. She had brown hair that cascaded past her neck, and when she turned and I saw those eyes, tiny sapphires winking at me, I knew she was the one. It was as if she already knew who I was, what I'd done, and didn't care. Right woman has power over a man and can make him forsake everything he is. Tammy was like a cool breeze that calmed my soul. I quit the crew and started honest work in town. Finally got the nerve to talk to her. When she spoke to me, time itself, the very universe, was irrelevant. We had a connection right from the start. Unfortunately, her dad was the sheriff. He knew my background, believed I'd never change, that I'd only put Tammy in harm's way. If I was in his shoes, I might have done the same. He found out that the NCR had put a bounty on my head, so he called in the hunters to run me off. It was do or die, so Tammy and I eloped. She put all of her trust in me, and I did my damnedest to honor it by protecting her, providing for her. Shit, I brought her here to do just that. We had a lot of good years, kind that make you forget about pain, life in general. And then the fever took her 2 years ago. I buried her up in the old graveyard, up near the summit. It's colder up there, but more quiet. I visit when I can. At least I have my boy. Sometimes I wonder if she'd still be alive if I just played my part and kept on raiding. I often hear the question, can people change? But I always ask, should we change? You know, maybe we're set on a course for a reason. What do you think?
You need to follow your instincts.
No offense, but I get tired of those types of platitudes. Trust your gut and look within. It just makes me nauseous. Fuck it. I'll just drink.
Okay, well, you do that.
Yeah, see you later.
Didn't expect to get the firearm merchant's backstory, but okay, that's fine. Schoolhouse. Don't see anyone running around here. A bank, huh? First bank of Frosthill. Interesting looking structure.
Bienvenido to the first bank of Frosthill. How may I assist you today?
I guess, how did you end up in Frosthill?
Once I was a robber of banks. It was very, very good. It was an enjoyable life full of irony and pity. Until I angered the NCR, of course. Stealing bullion from one of their reserve banks hit a nerve in the great. Also, they sent rangers to kill me, but I was too quick. I have made a good life here since. A cold life, but a good one nonetheless. I believe such cold is a small taste of death, so it makes me uneasy.
So you're a bank robber who opened a bank?
Yes, so many jokes about it. I just like the touch of money, even the smell. It is like life in the palm of your hands, no? Think about it. You have food, entertainment, travel, even sex when you hold currency. Doesn't matter if it's caps, paper, or that funny Legion gold. You have money, you can do anything. You can be anybody. I sleep better knowing that I have such power.
Got any family or friends in town?
Sadly, I have no family left. I turned ghoul not long after the war, so I cannot make little Vasquezes. Not that it'll stop me from trying, oh, you know. It is such a different world than what came before. Families are so rare, so fragile. It is a blessing to see the little ones here in town. What about you? Do you have a family, traveler?
That's a subject of some debate.
You have sown your seed in many fields, I take it?
Not really what I meant.
I was once a great aficionado of women. I applaud your vigor and dedication.
Heard any interesting news?
Have you heard of El Quemador, the burner? They say that he has a great army in the old deserts of Mexico, and that he roasts captains alive. Barbaro. El Gran Desierto de Altar is not a place for men. It is for beasts and demons. Nothing else.
Heard any more interesting news?
A few merchants have disappeared outside of town recently. People say it is a strange cannibal hiding in the mountains, but I think it was just animals.
Anything else?
I have heard stories of a great slave rebellion near Flagstaff, deep in the heart of Legion territory, led by a man named Spartacus. The pitiful creatures will probably be crucified, but I pray for them. Ojalá that they can taste freedom one day, even if it is in death.
Anything else you want to say?
Travelers from the south say a great of the Legion is gathered to attack a place called Firebase Zulu. What a silly name.
That's an interesting reference. There is a mod on the Nexus. It's Firebase Zulu. Is it made by the same guy, or is that just a reference to someone else's mod? I don't think I've ever played it. Any more gossip?
I recently met a merchant who had passed to a place called Goliad. He told me that the ranchers and farmers are about to have a range war.
Okay, well, that was more than I was expecting to get out of you. What can you tell me about Frosthill?
It is a fine town with magnificent people. Every one of them. There are some undesirables on the outskirts, but they keep to themselves. We have a wonderful saloon, though its host is terribly profane. I find his abuse of your language uninspired and not at all artful.
Alright, see ya, man. These people have a lot more to say than I was expecting. Oh, you're just anonymous bank teller, huh? Okay. Well, let's finish exploring the town before we go after our bounty here. I see this place doesn't get much use, huh? Frosthill General Store, why not? Just turn that radio off. Thank you very much.
How can I help you?
Hello, Stoudemeyer. What you got for sale?
A little bit of everything. Here's what I have.
Little bit of everything. That is for damn sure. You don't have anything I need to buy, though, so... What brought you to Frosthill?
Fucking bear chased me here. Same as damn near everyone else. Would you believe I was in their army? I was a fucking patriot, no less. Back home? Funny. I still call it home now. Everybody waves the flag and roots for the troops, but they don't know the truth of it. Seen enough war to know that nations are just an extension of a man's worst impulses. Control, greed, hate. That's what fuels the machine. Did things I regret. Told myself I was doing it for my country. Made me go to sleep easier, but it didn't stop the nightmares. Only time does that.
So what did you do in the service?
Years ago, I was a radio man in the Bears Army. Took part in dozens of operations in multiple theaters. It was a bloody business. Probably would have stayed in for 20 if things hadn't gotten all fucked up. We got a new captain during one campaign. An absolute fuckwit. During one sweep, the psycho fuck of a CO ordered my unit to wipe out tribal kitties. I was the one who would relay the order, so I refused. In principle, you have the right to refuse an unlawful order. But in practice, saying no to an officer is a ticket to the clink, or a firing squad. CO pulled a pistol, told me to issue the order, or he'd shoot. I voiced the order on a dead mic. Soon as he lowered the pistol, I went for him. Fighting is hairy enough when there ain't no loaded pistol involved. But let me tell you, that was an ordeal. He was big. Damn near had me. Wasn't until that pistol went off in his chest that I was clear of him. He had just about choked the life out of me. There I was, a lowly corporal standing over a dead captain. I wasn't going to let some bunch of officers on a jury decide my fate. There were bounty hunters, assassins, and the like when I ran, but I got clear of them. Eventually. Been here 15 damn years.
Got any family left?
Had a wife and 2 daughters up here, but she up and left. Said she was tired of the cold, was heading back to California. She writes sometimes. Over $1 million was head over heels for that gal of his, Tammy. I never had nothing like that. Ours was more like a business arrangement. Life is short, and kids is as close as you can get to immortality. Figured, since we like to fuck, that we'd go on to the next stage of things. Ain't romantic, but hellfire. Who's got time for that sort of nonsense? Next week we could be doomguy shit, or worse. So, no use ruminating on it.
Okay then, see you later.
See you later.
And what do we have? The clinic. Let's talk to... You got anything to say? Why do you all have radios on?
Yes.
Got any med supplies?
Here's what I have.
I don't think I need any, but I'll... Just in case, I'll buy some. What brought you to Frosthill?
I was trained by the followers, then opened up a practice in my hometown, Bishop. It was a good life. Until my wife died suddenly. Brain aneurysm. I picked up a drinking habit not long after. It started to affect my work. One night I botched a delivery. The mother and baby died. I was nearly lynched. Surely would have been hanged or shot if I'd gone to trial. I managed to slip out of town before the sheriff could find me. So, that's what brought me here. I like to be upfront about my past with any patients. Sorry if that was awkward. I quit drinking years ago, so you don't have to worry about me sawing off the wrong limb or anything.
That's nice, Musgrove. Okay, see ya. Everyone in this town has a tragic backstory. Except for, dude in the bank, I guess, although he is a ghoul. The town hall. Sure, why not? We're getting the full scoop anyways. Might as well visit the town hall.
What do you need?
I guess nothing.
Bye.
You're not gonna let me talk to the mayor or something?
Hello, welcome to Frosthill.
Ah.
I am Brian Jeffers, mayor of this fine town, now serving in my 3rd term. It's a really exciting time to be here. Whatever or whoever brought you here, just know that you're welcome to trade, so long as you follow a few rules. Violence that falls outside the scope of equitable self-defense will result in immediate banishment from the canyon, with no exceptions. With that out of the way, would you mind if I inquire into your business in Frosthill? Perhaps I can be of assistance.
I'm a bounty... I might as well tell him the truth. I'm a bounty hunter with Randall and Associates.
I'm not one to judge someone else on their manner of occupation, but I would strongly urge you to keep that to yourself while in town. There have been some recent disagreements, and passions are still high with some of the population. Tact is paramount. I've no doubt that you'll exercise good judgment and prudence when discussing your profession. Have a good stay in Frosthill.
Okay, then. Bye. You would think the mayor would have more to say, but there's a barber shop. I don't need a haircut, but I might as well... Oh!
Hey, Cuddy, after the shift, you want to go get a drink?
No, I think I'm just gonna have a Nuka-Cola here. That's all I need.
Now, goddammit, don't let me go in there by myself. You know, all kind of fucking weirdos. You ever tried to have an extended conversation with Al?
Oh, that sounds like a case of not my fucking problem right there. Spent all day calling me a dick licker. Why would I want to drink with you?
Oh, Mr. Big Bad Mutant. Can't take a little ribbing. First round's on me, you big pussy. Oh, and Lori's working tonight.
Lori? Well, okay. But you better not call me a dick licker again, fuckface.
Hi.
What you need there?
Hi, Cocker. I don't need a haircut, but what brought you to Frosthill?
I was a young barber when the bombs dropped. Just kind of picked it back up once I got, like this. It's a real shitstorm for a while, but managed to make my way to New Reno. Got hair for the wise guys till they started getting fresh. Hired Cuddy here as an apprentice slash bodyguard. Weird combination, I know. He helped me stave off the wise guys for a while. Finally, they shot up the place, burned it down, and I figured, well, that's fucking enough. I kinda like the cool weather, so does Cuddy, and since we were basically walking dead men in Reno, we figured this would be safe. We don't have any intricate outlaw stories, we're just kind of lazy slobs who like to cut hair. Good enough? Okay.
Sure. Succinct, I like that.
Hello.
Hi. What brought you to Frosthill?
Well, I robbed caravans and ate babies, and then sacrificed virgins in the name of the master. I'm just fucking with you. I came here with Cocker to cut hair. There not much else to it. Worked with a master that, didn't work out. Kind of a fucking disaster. And worked as a bodyguard. Got kind of tired of getting beat up and shot, so Cocker agreed to train me if I'd protect his shop in Reno from the wise guys. They were a real persistent bunch. I killed a few, made one guy's head into like this grape jelly substance. Kind of impressive, actually. But they don't really give up. They're like fucking swarm of bees or something. So, yeah, we decided to come here because it's more laid back.
I really like the snow, though. I mean, it's fucking cool. You don't get to see that shit much anywhere else. I like fucking snowmen. I really like making them and taking the carrots and little beads and shit. And I enjoy it. And the kids around here are nice, you know. I don't have to break people's heads open. It's a really cool place.
Cool story, bro.
Bye.
See you later. Okay. Let's see here. The hotel. Might as well look.
Howdy.
Howdy. So, how did you end up in Frosthill?
I won't dance around the truth like some of these folks. I was a raider back in my youth, and a nasty one at that. Now, I ain't exactly proud of that, but I ain't ashamed either. It was a sure way to survive, not to mention steady access to poontang. Notions of morality and even self-preservation tend to pale in comparison to such matters when you're a young man. Enough years go by, and you start to slow down, though. Take a few bullets, and you're slower still. Unless you're chief, getting old and raiding don't mix. After I damn near got my nuts cut off over a bottle of whiskey, I called it quits. Been here for almost 30 years now. I remember when Pop Jameson ran this shop, sold some mean meat pies. Town had been in place for at least a few decades when I came up here. Rumor was that cannibals started it, but I never saw anything like that.
What do people do for a living here?
Little bit of trading with caravans, but it's mostly bighorners. They do better up in this climate. Tend to have tastier meat for some reason. The weather can be tough on folks at first, seeing as to how it's a big shock. You get used to it, though. Hell, I've come to prefer it. It's too cold for death claws and any badass bugs like cazadors. I say fuck those things to whatever hell they came from. My bones might ache a little more, and the mornings are uncomfortable, but at least I won't get stung to death by those fucking devil wasps.
Can't argue with you there. What was it like being a raider?
When you're young and wild, it's a damn enjoyable lifestyle. Drink, fuck, party all the time. You might die going after a caravan, but fuck it. I ain't proud of everything I done, but it was all we knew. Most were orphans or rejects who had enough balls to fight for a meal. Today you got crazies like the fucking Hades, the Whitelegs, and the Claws, all bloodthirsty lunatics killing everyone to see. Ridiculous.
How did Marko wind up in Frosthill? I actually know the answer to this, but I'm just chatting up everyone in town because...
He came in from the east, which is more than a little unusual. Only had a few scouts with him, but I could tell he meant business. Marko didn't cause no fuss, though. Just got himself a shack near the old graveyard and minded his own business. He'd come into town and buy supplies every week. Always paid up front, was polite to everyone. After a while, we just figured he had started over like the rest of us. We all heard stories of things he'd done, but who knows what's true. When word came about all that business down in the Mojave, with you killing Sergio and all, Marko changed. He was restless. More of his old buddies started showing up and camping in the hills. Only reason they didn't cause trouble is because they feared Marko. Not long after that, Randall rolled in with a passel of bounty hunters and some NCR suit funding them. The canyon has become a fucking war zone since.
What do you think of the NCR annexing Frosthill?
Ain't gonna happen. No way in hell. Most of us still have bounties, and even if we get amnesty, NCR would still use it to void our property rights. NCR wants one thing: silver. I heard they had money problems since somebody ruined their gold, so they're after the next best thing. To the NCR, we're just an impediment, nothing more. They'll fuck us with a bear dick while they rob us blind. Won't even think twice about it.
What do you think about the bounty hunters?
Most of 'em are ruthless bastards, cutthroats out for a quick handful of caps. Not much better than raiders, really. They just act legitimate. How'd you get caught up in that business anyhow? You don't seem like a bad man. But then again, maybe I'm not a good judge of character anymore.
Well, if you'd known about some of the people we've killed in my time with Randall and Associates and other parties, you probably would think differently. I got tired of seeing bad men walk free, so I decided to do something about it.
Shit, we got a true blue vigilante. Ain't met too many. They don't live long, believe me. Most are a little too self-righteous. No offense. Alls I ask is that you remember that not all of us is bad, you hear? Everybody makes mistakes, and we all pay for it in the end. Sometimes that little voice in your noggin is worse than any hangman's noose, believe you me. You just remember that.
Anything I can do to help you out?
Hell yes! You could solve my rat problem. They done taken over the entire goddamn floor, and there's one monster rat that's running the show. He's a big greasy fucker with gnarled teeth and evil eyes, like some hell-spawned vermin of the night. A few months back, I went up there to clean the rats out with a shovel. You know, bashing their brains out. It's kind of fun sometimes. Anyway, I'm smashing and bashing, and out of nowhere this mutant bastard comes charging. If I hadn't had that shovel, he'd have bit my leg off. He was big as a goddamn attack dog. I gave him a good whack on the noggin, and he just glared and flashed them shitty fangs. I took it upon myself to make a tactical retreat, sealed up that whole floor. I'm ashamed to say that the Rat King has licked me for the time being. If you can slay that critter, I'll give you the whole upstairs for as long as you're here. I'll clean the place up, of course. What do you say?
Yeah, fine. I'll clean out the rats.
Thank you. Here's the key. Just be careful now. That big bastard is no joke.
Alright. Well, let's help this guy out for a minute.
We will not abide by your cry.
Good job, Ford. You can kill small rats. Humongous rat. Any others? Oh, that's nice.
Howdy.
Took care of the rat.
That is great news. You just stay put. I'll have that place cleaned up in no time.
By ridding the Frosthill Hotel of its vermin, you now have access to your own quarters, complete with the safe storage and crafting apparatus. Alright. Quaint little room. Cool. Well, I'm probably not going to need it, but that's cool anyways. Okay. I think the only building I haven't checked is the schoolhouse. Or did I check? What was this? Tim's Repairs. I haven't checked this one either. There's a lot more to this town than I thought there would be.
What do you need?
Nothing.
Bye.
Suppose.
What can I do for you?
You are one tall motherfucker. What you got?
You got it.
I see. Just random stuff. Vault 3 jumpsuits. Do I still need to get these for, jumpsuits for what's-her-face back on the strip? I don't know if I ever did that. What's your story?
My story? Well, I came to Frosthill looking to spread the gospel and save the souls of all these villainous bums. You should see your face, stranger. I can't tell if you want to run or reach for a weapon. Relax. I'm not having a fit or anything. You'll have to forgive me. seeing as to how I don't have many newcomers up and ask me about my background. Just seems a little bit odd. If you must know, I came here after a minor legal dispute. Settled down and opened up this fine establishment. Not much else to say. What about you? What's your story?
No story really, I'm just a courier.
We get our share of couriers up here, but I'm fairly certain you're bringing more than just mail. God knows you're better armed than most. Look, if you need any repairs, stop by anytime. Good luck to you.
Hey, I wasn't done talking. Don't
What
you
can
have
I do for you?
Heard any interesting news?
Last week, a traveler from down south was telling stories about some slave revolt over in Arizona, right outside Flagstaff. Hard to believe something like that could happen in the Legion's backyard, but who knows?
No more gossip, huh? What can you tell me about Frosthill?
It's a bunch of has-been lawbreakers, renegades, and rejects, but it's a community nonetheless. There's an unusual degree of philanthropy, in fact. Outsiders just assume that this is some kind of lawless shithole brimming with vice and intrigue. But it's surprisingly quiet most of the time.
Any chance you'll tell me why you came to Frosthill now?
About 10 years ago, I was working as a smith and doing general repairs near Sacktown. Most of my family had been around there for ages. Most of my kin were farmers and the like. Minded our own business. I was very close with my big sister, Kate, who was studying with the followers. She was hoping to become a doctor, so she helped out in their clinic. One night, a drunk ranger came in for stitches after he had busted his head. Kate tended to this ranger, a guy named Daniels, who had it in his head that he would pick up Kate then and there. She would have nothing of it. Everybody said he got loud, belligerent, threatened to kill her if she didn't agree to date him. Followers threw him out. When Kate left the clinic, she never came home. They found her corpse ditched the next morning. There was an investigation and a trial. Daniels denied everything, pulled rank, stories of his heroism out of his ass during his testimony. Cocksucker walked, got off scot-free. On the way out, he smiled and winked at my family. He laughed as he walked by me. I was younger and more angry back then. The night after he was freed, I tracked him down to his cabin, then waited till he was in his bed. He might have been a badass ranger, but once I got my hands on him, it was over. He wheezed like a dying bird. I squeezed his neck so hard that I felt his spine crack. There were no witnesses. But the law's a bit more efficient when a ranger's on the slab and not a farmer's daughter. He put out a warrant on me, so I ran. And there was a bounty. Frosthill was my only option then. They always told us to trust in the NCR's justice, but it failed Kate. What else could I do? Was I just supposed to be a fucking sheep? What are you supposed to do? What would you have done?
Probably would have done the same.
Then you understand. You can't put a man in some box and call it civilization. That's slavery, plain and simple. I won't live like that.
Okay, well, there's a lot more here to learn than I thought. Let's see if there's anyone to talk to in the schoolhouse.
Hey, anything going on?
What do you need?
I guess nothing.
Bye.
Never mind then. Okay, let's finally go to the saloon, chat some people up, deal with this bounty. I wasn't expecting Frosthill to be this involved here, but anyways. Okay, first things first, you gotta ditch the radio.
Welcome to fucking Frosthill. How about a shot of whiskey to get that fucking chill out of you? First one is on the house. Lori can also offer you snatch at a reasonable rate. If you'll suffer my fucking curiosity, What brings you to our little hamlet?
So the way this guy looks and his name Al Swear, this is an obvious reference to Al Swearingen from the show Deadwood. If you haven't seen Deadwood, I really recommend it. It's, I'm helping a friend.
That's fucking commendable. Most cocksuckers around here can't be asked to lift a finger for fuck all. Enjoy a complimentary libation.
What brought you to Frosthill?
I was drawn in by the placid peaks, serene snows, and colossal canyons. Certainly you're not so credulous as to accept that fucking nicety. No, I care little for the gelid gusts that shrink my scrotum, nor for the blinding blizzards that bar my morning ambulation, which I hold dear. I was a fucking tremendous practitioner of law, renowned as a goddamn doyen in my field, beholden to no cocksucker in existence. I should have been content with my station, sated with wealth and respectability, but I crave power, that awful demonic whore. Politics. It is a poison that dashes morality, reason, and even common sense. Furthermore, the fickle masses are vengeful, flagitious beasts. I was sacrificed on the altar of an ochlocratic orgy, thrown to the mob after a misstep, a mere stumble on the steps to higher order. Animals masquerading as men pursued me, sought to mutilate my person, and dissect me like fucking wild game. I would have none of it. Now, I am a vendor of spirits, a purveyor of bottled mirth, and giver of counsel. This is my station, and I am content with it. I fucking swear it.
Heard any interesting news then?
Well, some of the passing persiflage contains mention of a grand rising of the servile masses in Arizona, unified under the banner of some Spartacus. Reviving archaic names and titles from the empires of yore will always yield positive results, as evidenced by Caesar's artful aping of the ancients. In all candor, though, the poor saps will be crushed. The survivors, crucified. The bear is too lethargic, too timid for action, to its shame. A chem-addled prospector proclaimed that the Legion is planning some kind of attack near Bullhead, Firebase Zama or some such. Absurd fucking name.
Yes, again. Anything else then?
There are hyperbolic tales of some cannibal prowling outside of town. Goes by the name of Schwartz. In my opinion, it's bullshit born of sexual repression. It's like a restless viper stirring in your pants. Now I find that furious, frequent masturbation ameliorates this malignancy, though blowjobs are the definitive cure.
Okay, see ya.
Don't be a motherfucking stranger.
Sure, Al. Here he is, Squirrely Bill Blasius. You son of a bitch.
What are you doing around here, fancy pants? Oh, you come to admire my mustache, huh? That's right. Just take it all in. Good. That's what all the ladies say when I give 'em a taste of this love rug above my lips. Drives them crazy. You know, I reckon you want to touch it, don't you? Well, that's just too goddamn bad. Only Lori gets to be caressed by the love rug, stranger.
I only got one thing to tell you.
Your mustache hair is in violations.
Police that mustache!
Do the other vaqueros know that you're a pederast? With the mustache, it's pretty obvious. Attempt to fondle Bill's mustache. I don't have enough agility. Oh my god, it's an agility check. Let's do this one.
You done fucked up, partner.
Really? Would have thought that would do it. Time to earn your keep, Ford. I'm not doing all the work, or maybe I am. I don't know where Ford is. He seems to be fine with rats and dogs, but not... Now he's got a knife. Come on, Ford.
Shit, I need bullets.
You're out of ammo? Come on, man. Like this. Who the hell is shooting at me? Oh, though. Remaining Vaquero. Look out.
Evil will not prevail. Not while the courier's still...
There we go.
Jesus. Look at all that blood.
Take that. Take all your ammo. I guess I'll take that. Anyways. Job finally done. Man, I was talking to people in Frosthill for like 45 minutes or something. But, hey. Gotta get the full story.
New sheriff.
What is it, partner?
Another finger. Self-defense.
Sometimes nicknames are just random or nonsensical, but his was dead on. Squirrely indeed. You played this one smart, and I appreciate it. We're one step closer to Marko, and the townsfolk are starting to hate us less. It was excellent work, so here's the bonus as promised. Get rested and report back when you're ready. What you got?
Next one.
Okay, your target is Oliver Doolin, one of the most prolific caravan robbers in recent history. For over 2 decades, he and a number of cronies pillaged NCR commerce in and around the frontier. It was only recently that he teamed up with Marko. Nobody's quite sure why he got in bed with Marko, but he did. That gets him on our list. A source indicates that he's alone in a shack outside town. He might not be surrounded by a gang. Don't underestimate Doolin. He's rumored to be quick and steady. Dangerous combination. Any questions?
Why are we targeting one old bandit? He doesn't sound like much.
Nobody runs with Marko unless they're a bad customer. Doolin wasn't just a robber. He killed at least one sheriff in cold blood. Besides, Brookshire is adamant about this one. NCR doesn't forgive or forget.
Alright.
Alright, you just watch yourself out there. Good luck.
Where is this shack? Not too far away? Okay. I could already kind of foresee a potential conundrum for the end of this mod between the decisions we make. We'll see how it goes, though. Maybe I'm wrong. Hello, wildlife.
Evil will not prevail. Not while...
It's not evil, man. It's just dogs. Calm down. You really like killing dogs. You really must work for the ATF. What's this trailer over here? I thought that was maybe the marker, but it doesn't look like it is, so just have a look. Little campsite. Nothing really. Never mind. The fuck? Blowing up. Oh. What is this thing doing out here? Oh, he's gonna be a bullet sponge. Ford, get over here. Do your worst. Get out of the way. There we go. I'm not sure why a sentry bot was out shooting at Brahmin, but okay. Or Bighorners, not Brahmin, pardon me. Indeed, it is a little shack in the middle of nowhere.
Easy there, killer. I'm not looking to fight you. At least not yet. I know you're probably out for blood, but would you mind hearing me out first?
Say your piece.
I wonder why you really came here. I've heard stories about Randall and all that business down in Vegas, but this is different. They say you've killed a lot of bad men, Got a real instinct for it. Maybe you really are as good as they say. Let me tell you something, though. It won't matter if you go up against Marko. I'm not trying to scare you, because it's not about skill. I know Marko. I know him well. I believe he came here to turn away from what he was, start over. He changed his name, even got a woman. When he found out about Sergio, I saw him change again. Like somebody had flipped over a card. That old demon inside was awake again. You might be fast, you might be tough, but Marko will do anything to settle that score. He wanted you to come here.
Sniper perk skill check, but I'm probably not gonna snipe him like that. How did you get mixed up with Marko?
I grew up on the frontier. My parents were NCR settlers. Farming never suited me, though. As a young man, I just wanted to feel alive, not like dying a little every day. That's what farming was to me, a slow death. I ran away at 15, joined the gang. I learned the trade soon enough, took to robbing caravans, but it was never about the money. I enjoyed the chase, leading men into the fray, staying ahead of the law. Only the Rangers ever got close to me, though. Last few years, it got harder, though. We'd been boxed in by NCR, Legion, and Hades, and they all wanted me dead. When Marko showed up, he offered to get me set up in Frosthill in exchange for a share of my earnings and unwavering loyalty. See, Frosthill is a haven for old bandits like me. It's where we come to escape and settle down, free from the government and savages out there. Ironically, now that I'm getting older, I find myself missing that old farm more and more. I do wonder what became of it sometimes. I had hoped to ease out of this racket, maybe start selling tobacco. A man will always pay good money for a smoke. I soon realized that Marko had other plans for me and for this town. I don't know exactly what, but things will never be the same up here. NCR always wanted my head for the money I stole. They didn't care much about that sheriff and the 2 deputies I shot, just the money. So you gonna gun me down like the rest and saw off my finger? Vicious business. Damn bears love their records.
I killed the judge and took care of Red Bear. I doubt Marko can be much worse.
If you're gonna speak in degrees of bad, there's Marko, and then there's everybody else. Those men you mentioned feared Marko for a reason. See, he doesn't live to outshoot folks or even kill people. He revels in domination. He believes he's special, more so than anyone. Going after you is probably as much about revenge for Sergio as it is to preserve the myth around him. He loves to be feared more than anything. All the others, I bet they never did that to you. Gave you real pause. You just went after him like a hunter. And it worked. Marko will use that instinct against you. I don't know how or when, but he'll find a way. I just wish you wouldn't give him the opportunity.
I feel like he is so overhyped. I assassinated Caesar in his own camp. Anybody can be killed.
Yeah, including you. Marko doesn't have any army, and he won't need one. He'll hit you before you hit him. That much I can promise.
You may have bought into Marko's mystique, but he's just a man. He'll die like the rest.
You say it like you mean it, but even if you do kill him, the price you'll have to pay, it's not worth it. Just leave it be. Live out your life. Stay the course, and you'll wish you never came here. Mark my words.
Yeah, I have a feeling that they're gonna pressure me to some uncomfortable decision at the end, but we'll see. So what happens next?
What happens next? I'd like for you to walk away. Leave this behind while you're still in one piece. As for me, I'd like to do the same. But let's face it, I'm a dead man outside Frosthill. I know you aren't going anywhere, so that sort of boils it down.
I could just tell him to leave, but I mean, he is just some asshole that killed the sheriff and deputies. He does deserve what's coming to him. Just because he had a conversation with me doesn't mean I'm gonna spare him. He's given me no reason to. Seems there's only one way to end this.
So it does. So it does.
There was one bounty, I think, in an earlier... There was a bounty in one of the earlier New Vegas bounties that I believe I spared. There was maybe a few, but they gave me good reason. This guy now. Oh, look. Rip. Hi there.
I'm with the Randall and Associates, motherfuckers. I am invincible.
You think she's gonna come back out of that shack? Give it a minute and see. Well, I guess not. You started it.
What you got?
Another finger.
I know he wasn't as rough as some of the others, but it had to be done. His past was bound to catch up with him at some point. I hope you caught your breath with Doolin, because the next one is going to be a bitch. Just let me know when you're ready for it.
I'm
What
good
is
to
it,
go.
partner?
Let's hear it.
For years, Marko has kept a badass super mutant in his entourage. Supposedly goes by the name of Porter. He's a veritable monster by all accounts. My source says that Porter is little better than a slave to Marko, but he's completely devoted. No telling what makes that thing tick. Anyway, he's supposed to be hidden away in that old pre-war base inside a nearby mountain. On top of the mutant, Marko keeps supplies in there. You might be thinking, this is my lucky day, but think again. Marko and his boys keep that place booby-trapped to high hell. Once the mutant is gone, it'll be one less reason for Frosthill to support Marko. Any questions?
Pre-war base, huh? Cool. What can you tell me about Porter's fighting style? He's a mutant, but still.
He's an absolute master with melee weapons, so you can't let him get close. I mean, he will absolutely shit on your world with just one swing. It's the same with those other dumb fucks trying to karate chop your ass, shoot their knees, then pick them apart once they're crippled. Any other questions?
Why is Porter so intimidating to the townspeople?
He's the literal muscle to complement Marko's guns. Marko often has Porter perform the worst acts, killing children and eating people alive. Nobody's sure how Porter came to run with Marko, but he's utterly loyal. Makes no sense to me. Anyway, he's got to die just the same. Any other questions?
Alright, I'm good.
He might be a mutant, but he can still die. It'll just take more bullets is all. Be careful, and I'll see you when you get back.
A few really weird audio spikes there. I'm not sure what that was. Alright. Mutant hunting. He's like middle of nowhere. I guess we need to go to AFM WTC main gate. Not sure what this pre-war base thing's all about, but you got me intrigued. Oh shit. I was not paying attention to my health. Thank God I have auto-inject stim packs on me. These guys hit hard. I mean, I've got some really good armor on and I'm really high level. Still not looking at my health. Alright. You shoot me from through a wall? Holy hell. What is this damage output these guys have? They're just shooting me with regular guns. This would have been pretty difficult at like a low level. How hard these people are hitting. They're hitting harder than the people I'm bounty hunting. A little confused about this map marker. Still ways down there. Curious what this main gate map marker is. I'm just gonna head over this way. Although it kind of looks like it's up on top of the mountain. I guess I kind of need to go around this way. I think this is around where I entered, isn't it? Yeah. Just a bighorner. Alright, I think we're on the right track now. Man, you guys don't give up. What am I hitting the... Oh, hitting the tree's hitbox. Gotta love that. So damn many of these. Oh, bighorner's joining the fight. And at me with a knife, are you? You okay up there? Well, he's tanking things for me. Kind of surprised he hasn't died yet. Maybe he has plot armor. I mean, he obviously does. He's actually got low health. Oh. Yeah. Well, I guess we were going the right way, so. Okay, what do we got? MWTC HQ. Not sure what all these are. Kinda looks like my... Yeah, marker's around this way, so... This world space is turning out to be much bigger than I thought. I mean, it's simplistic, but it does look nice. It's well detailed. What the hell am I looking at? What? Interesting. Just forget we saw the ghost building. Everything's closed up here. What the hell is this place? Everything is boarded up. I guess obviously it was a military base or something, but... Or something like that. Nothing here. Alright. I see we're on a shooting range now. There's the entrance, finally. Damn. Really had to go up and around, get back here. Range safety officer robots. Nice. They're tough, or I'm just totally missing. Yes, I know I have to aim off center with this gun because the front sight aperture is bent. Gotten pretty used to that.
Flipping through the weeds and eating rats.
Okay, what is the... Just curious what this marker is. That's where I need to go, but... Bears fighting each other. Oh, okay. You go fight them with your knife. Have fun, Ford. Okay, we got... This bunker I need to go into might loop around to this place. And I guess it's all part of the same base. So I'm not actually going to go in there right now. I'm just going to... rid of the robots and get the marker. Oh my goodness. Okay, got him. Just have a look real fast. We'll go back. This is probably like the exit or something. I don't know. Go after the bounty first and then we'll come back. Alright. Is it mountain warfare training something? I'm trying to guess what the initials mean. Maybe we'll find out when we get inside. Signals Intelligence Facility. Oh good. Is this gonna be a labyrinth? Let's go towards our marker first, then we'll look around. Good job, Ford. You don't have the perk that I have, do you? Rats. Guess I'll disarm some mines. They really like bottle cap mines. Place is very quiet.
Don't make them look at their faces.
What in the holy hell is going on down here?
You're not boss. Why are you here? What do you want?
You know there's a bounty on your head, right? I'm here to collect it.
Why? I only did what the boss said to do. The boss gives life and takes it away. Only the boss. Who are you to take my life?
Oh, he's really fast. And tough. Bored.
Bye by your cross, chum.
What are you doing up there, Ford? Wait a minute.
Stop! I feel it again, the pain. Why do you hurt me? Only the boss hurts me. Why?
Let's hear him out. Just tell me what happened.
A long time ago, Porter was a good guy. Guarded town far away from here. Boss came with men. Killed everyone. Porter failed. Boss made Porter his pet, his tool. Used Porter to do mean things, awful things. Porter is a monster. But he is Boss's monster. Porter wants to leave, but Boss will find him and hurt him like before.
I know a place where you'll be safe. It's called Jacobstown. You'll just have to trust me.
Porter heard whispers of this place. He will trust you. I will trust you. Thank you, stranger.
Left for parts unknown. It's uncertain if our paths will ever cross again. I wonder if, Randall's not going to be happy about this, but, I wonder if he'll actually show up at Jacobstown. What about the supplies they were talking about? Nothing. Not sure why you decided to talk to me. Let's have a look around this place. Seems a little bizarre that there's, like, nothing in here. There was another route I didn't take back in the other part of the facility. What do we got? You know, Randall made it sound like this place was impenetrable. Oh. Okay. Let's not fuck with that door. You know what? I'm just gonna take Randall's word for it. Let's just get out of here. I'm gonna go check out, well, I'll wait to go to that headquarters until we're done. Just in case there's a bounty that's in there.
What you got?
I persuaded Porter to leave. He won't be assisting Marko anymore.
Did you pick up religion or something since we last worked together? I'm worried you're turning into some kind of humanitarian shit. Porter is a pure killing machine. and you just let him go. Nice. Real nice. I'm gonna have to concoct some bullshit explanation for Brookshire. Here, I'll give you half pay, out of my own pocket, no less. Consider it my charitable act for forever. Now get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
What is it, partner?
Anyways, ready for another bounty?
You'll be getting 2 for the price of 1 with this next bounty. The targets are Ingram and Saunders, 2 badasses that have always run together. They're the honchos of a big, nasty raider crew. Word is that they're just outside the pass, hitting caravans and fighting 80s. You're gonna have a long trip ahead of... Hold on. You hear that? Fucking gunfire. Fuck, we better get to the wall. Come on.
Alright. Well, raiders, just standard raiders. Let's try not to shoot friendlies here. What the hell are regular raiders doing here? Did I just kill a friendly? No, I don't think so.
Whoa, careful!
And there's more. Okay, tough guy. Oh, it's Ingram. They came to us. Go get him, Ford. Shit, this is turning into a real battle here. At least they don't want me to retrieve heads. Okay. Jesus, what bloodbath. You're welcome, Thorn, or whatever your name was. Oh, it's Saunders. Well, at least I didn't have to make a long journey for this bounty. These bounties. Alright, let's finish this. Stop twitching. Oh, there's more. Good grief. Accidentally shot Ford. That's what he gets for going out there with the knife. You better supply yourself with ammo, dude.
That takes care of that.
Time for action. And we're Saunders. Nothing, huh? Looks like we lost some bounty hunters.
What is it, partner?
I think that's all of them.
Yeah, Ingram and Saunders weren't holding the fuck back. That's the bounty came to us this time, but you earned it, and then some. Here's a bonus. Catch your breath and check with me when you want another job.
Let's see what that note said. Ingram, Marko's lost it, brother, plain and simple. Damn bounty hunters are killing everyone, and he's content to stay hidden up in the hills and let us get butchered. High time we make our own way here. I want you to gather up the crew and meet me near the canyon entrance. We're gonna hit the bounty hunters where they sleep. Then we'll hit the town. Fucking Marko always had us on a leash. Now holding us to a fucking double standard. No more. No more. Pardon me.
What is it, partner?
Ready for another bounty, I guess.
It's no secret that Marko likes to keep expert gunmen in his crew. There's one that stands out above the rest. Angel Lee. He is a gunfighter on par with Doc Friday, and I don't have to tell you how fast that is. Lee is as deadly as a damn snake. Just like with Bill, you need to try and make this an honest case of self-defense. Lee should be easy to convince, though. He's a duelist. Find some way to get him to draw first. Don't get yourself killed in the process. Any questions?
Nope.
Lee is very, very fast. Once you get him out in the street, just be ready when the music starts. Good luck.
Alright. Another one in town, huh? And what a surprise, he's in the saloon. Yeah, sorry about the mess last time there, Al.
Ah, the great hunter of bounties. I'm going to go out on a limb and propose that you're not here for a game of cards, or the comfort of a lady. Come now, relax and have a drink. I see no reason to descend into violence like animals.
We both know why I'm here. Meet me outside and we'll settle this.
You don't lack for confidence now, do you? I only fear one man, and you ain't him. After you.
Sure thing. You think he's gonna come outside? How long do you think we gotta wait, Ford? Why are you twitching? There he is.
Draw.
Hey! Ford? Oh, he's tough. I want your gun.
That's enough. I'm hurt. God damn it, I surrender. That's what you want, isn't it? I won't fight back.
No, we're not doing this again. You chose a violent path, Lee. It had to end this way.
So it does. I should have listened to Mama.
We're not letting another one go. I made an exception for the mutant. Ford just immediately.
Never battle against the evildoers and there.
You really need some ammo, buddy. I'll take that. Okay.
What you got?
Got a finger.
Excellent work. Killed him in the same exact way he gunned down so many others. Fitting. Here's a bonus for doing it right. Come on back when you're ready for the next gig. We're coming down to the last of them, so it's gonna be tough. See you later.
Coming down to the last of them, huh? Alright, well.
What you got?
What you got?
This time you'll be going after Ketchum, who leads the Hole in the Ground gang, or as I like to call them, the Glory Hole gang. Folks say that Ketchum has been with Marko for a long time, probably since he was in the plains. He's got a nasty bunch that run with him. See, the Glory Hole gang does the nasty stuff in places where others won't go, so Marko always has a job or some place to stick him. On top of running a gang, Ketchum is supposed to be a mad scientist type with explosives. He can open safes or rig up nasty traps all the same. Everybody knows that you're gunning for him now, so that means Ketchum will be ready. Probably has all type of shit in place. You best watch your step, because I don't feel like collecting your guts from some dirty cave. Any questions?
What kind of traps will Ketchum most likely be using?
The kind that wrap your testicles around your throat. Seriously, watch for tripwires, bottle cap mines, and even C4 placed nearby. Rumor has it that Ketchum likes to hide bombs underneath corpses, so that they're not readily visible. Check any dead critters to be safe. They've probably got it dark as fuck, so here's something that might help out. Any other questions?
Cat eye, now I got Ford to step on all the traps and stuff. Nope.
Remember, move steady, keep your eyes open for traps. I'll see you when you get back.
For some reason, Ford hasn't died yet, so, I'm just assuming that, he can't die. Alright, where are we going? Oh, Kinney Mine. It's kind of near the HQ here. I'm assuming it's up in the mountains. I'm gonna go back to this HQ. See that gas there? Might as well clear it out. Sorry, Ford. Ford is gonna step on a mine. Something and light this place up. Yep, there we go. Well, I guess that's one way of clearing the traps. This big old room is pretty suspicious. Look at all these fucking mines. Okay. Should have been a little more careful than that. So, back up, Ford. That'll do it. But look, it's a... Holy shit, that was a mini nuke. They weren't kidding. Or Randall wasn't kidding. Hi.
Hold your shit. Don't shoot. We surrender. We ain't gonna fight you. Set up goddamn traps night and day, but even that wasn't enough. Well, I say fuck this.
What do you mean, surrender? Explain yourself.
We knew you was coming. We heard about everything you done. All them people you killed. We don't want no part in this no more. It was Ketchum's dumb idea to pack C4 on Annie and send her to blow you up. I ain't never seen no dumber plan than that shit. Ketchum can stick with Marko if he wants, but as for me and the boys, we're walking out of these mountains. Fuck Marko.
Okay, you know what? Throw down your weapons and I'll allow you to leave, so long as you never return.
I speak for everybody when I say we don't ever want to see this place again. Thank you.
But I still need your boss. I'm sure Randall won't be happy, but you know what? That's how it goes sometimes. Path of least resistance. Oh, and he's dead already. Okay, well, so be it. You have anything to say? Apparently. Thanks, but no thanks. It's not gonna play? Who's this? It doesn't work. Interesting. Okay. Well, whatever. Job done. I mean, kinda. You just want to catch him anyways, right? The hell are y'all shooting at? Ah, I see the bounty hunters are taking care of these guys. So be it.
What is it, partner?
Ketchum was there when I found him. He had recently offed himself. Here's his finger.
Damn, I figured Ketchum would run before he'd swallow a bullet. They're fucking scared. They're starting to fear you more than Marko. He's losing his hold on this place, seeing as to how his men are dropping like flies. We're almost ready to go after him. This last one is going to be rough. Get rested and squared away, and check in with me to get the ball rolling. We're almost there, partner.
Okay. Last one, huh?
What is it, partner?
Let's see.
This is the last one, and he's the only thing between us and Marko. He's a scalp hunter by the name of Glanton. I believe y'all have some history. Glanton and Marko certainly seem like an odd pair, but it worked out for both parties. Marko hates 80s, and Glanton likes scalping them. Bingo! We have a good idea on where Marko's holed up, but I'm not going to move on him until Glanton is out of the picture. He's simply too dangerous. As you probably know, this ain't a ragtag band of shitbirds. Glanton's crew will fight you tooth and nail, so be ready. The good news is that you'll get another shot to claim the bounty on Glanton. It's 10,000 caps if you bring back his finger. Any questions?
I do remember Glanton. A while back I did a video on the mod called Russell, and we got the story. We met Glanton and had the whole story on him there, and he just ditched on us. I never had the chance to take care of him. What kind of manpower does Glanton have with him?
The battle-hardened, well-armed type. That's what he has. Most of them are ex-military or old bounty hunters that prefer hunting scalps. It's nasty business. Old Judge Richter used to be in cahoots with Glanton. Thank you again for killing that fat bastard, by the way. Anyway, you best keep an eye out for ambushes and traps of all sorts. Glanton won't go down easy. Anything else?
Nope, I'm not gonna even try with Glanton. I wanted to kill him the first time.
We're almost there, partner. Stay focused and take care of yourself.
Shame Russell's not here with me. He would enjoy this, but... Alright, where's he at? Knife Point Cavern. Of course it's a cave. I don't think so. Oh, get him with that knife. I would give him ammo, but I don't really want to give him any ammo. You signed up for this. There's an ammunition store in town. You should be able to have your own ammo. Here we go again. You'll hard save here. Don't even try to give me any speech, man. Oh, he's not gonna... Oh, that's a gang member. That was quite the critical. Look at all these. Hit fire. Go get him, Ford. Whoa, what is going on with the visuals? Come on, Ford. Anybody else? I'll loot later. I just want to get rid of Glanton. Hi there. Why do they all have knives? Or, not all of them, but quite a few of them do. And what are these knives? Just Bowie knives. Alright, where are you at? Oh, nothing yet, huh? Whoop. Quite a little fortress they got in here. Alright. Come on. Come on out, Glanton. Wow, I leveled up. Holy hell. Yeah, I've been at 100 for quite a while. Obviously way above the level I'm supposed to be. I'm surprised I don't have that already. Let's take that.
It had to be you, didn't it? I knew you would run with Randall, but I didn't expect you to come all the way up here. I'm sorry we didn't have a proper goodbye back in Silverwood, but my departure was a matter of necessity. Oh, I salute you for your brilliant, if improvised, defense of the town. I doubt I could have done any better. Pity about the Sandwolves. Now before you do anything rash, just know I've got a half-dozen tribals strapped with explosives in the next room. I'm walking out of these mountains, and nobody's stopping me. I'm not going to die up here on behalf of some miscreant like Marko. Let me pass and the kids are yours, safe and sound. Push me, and I'll pull the fucking temple down on both of us.
I saw what you did to the Sandwolves. You're a monster.
Monsters kill indiscriminately. I like to think of myself as a surgeon, extracting malign substances from the greater body of civilization.
Shut the fuck up, Glanton.
Any madman with a bloodlust can be a monster. It takes skill and a sense of responsibility to be a surgeon.
I've heard this bullshit before, man.
In a crisis. Remove me and there will be another, or perhaps the cancer will grow. Then the masses and their mewling bureaucrats will bemoan their fate. If that day comes, I'll look up from hell and have a nice, long laugh. Then you'll see the real monsters, Courier. The ones who sow anarchy.
I knew he was gonna say that. You can't run forever, Glanton. Face me and we can end it.
Do I look like some filthy savage to you? That might work on a cretin like Red Bear, but I won't humor your ego. It's not happening.
Fight me now and you'll have resolution. Run and you'll have to keep looking over your shoulder.
You wouldn't stand a chance, but I am intrigued. Even then, no, it's not worth it. You're not worth it.
Real men face their problems head on. They don't cower behind children or run away.
So they do. Very well, courier. I'll be carrying your scalp with me when I leave this place.
You like that?
Board's blocking for me. That's right. Okay. That worked out. Glad to finally kill this fucker. Be gone. Be gone. Gone, be gone. Okay. Okay, nobody stepped on explosives on the way out? So far?
What is it, partner?
I killed Glanton.
The old scalp hunter got scalped. I understand you took him down without any collateral damage. That takes skill. You earned yourself a nice fat wad of caps for this one. Only one thing left to do now, partner. We know where Marko is. We just have to get him. I've still got a few preparations to make, so just let me know when you're ready, and we'll round up the posse. The readiness is all, my friend.
Sure thing. I think I'm just about ready to go. 10,000 caps. Let me do a hard save here again, just in case.
What you got?
I'm ready to go after Marko.
Brookshire's got the intel. Go see him for the details. I'll get the rest of our posse formed up. It's time to finish this.
You are on the verge of starting your final bounty mission with Randall. If you elect to proceed, you will set in motion events which will occupy you until Marko is finally brought to justice. As a result, any other quests or missions you are pursuing in the Deep Creek Mountain will be rendered moot. Wish to continue. Postpone the pursuit. Because... Or wait a minute. No, I'll be able to come back here.
What is it, partner?
Yeah. Yeah, let's go. I'll be able to... I did a hard save. Should be good.
Breathe deeply, courier, and don't strain yourself. I need you alive.
Fucking every bitch. Are you gonna help me move this pile of shit or what? Why don't we just shoot the fucker?
Brooker said not to touch this one or Randall. It's part of the deal. Fuck up and we don't get paid.
Why the fuck are we hauling them to town? When are we getting paid?
Relax, Brooks said we'll get paid once business in town is settled. Here's the Brahmin. Let's load him up. Careful, one of them's coming around. Keep that hood on. Here, this should take care of him.
What is the meaning of this? You have no right to detain us.
Hell. Cowards! Everyone!
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. You honestly can't be surprised that it's me, can you? Virgil is my favorite alias, given the literary roots. Your expression right now. Forgive the cliché, but it truly is priceless. If Brookshire had only known what this was worth to me. That's right. Brookshire wasn't inclined to consider the fate of the townspeople, much less you, when weighed against the supply of silver. I'm not sure what your political leanings are, but if you consider yourself a patriot of the NCR, that must really, really sting. In this moment of unforeseen, inconceivable reversal, you must be thinking, how did this happen? It boils down to one simple characteristic: resolve. When you killed Sergio, I resolved to make you suffer to your last breath. Maybe you're thinking of ways to break from your bonds, disarm me, kill the guards, save the day. Not this time. Whatever happens next, you're going to be utterly powerless to stop me. Doesn't that just burn you up? If you didn't have that gag, I can only imagine what you might be saying. Well, I'm a cautious fellow, so I want to be safe. I can't risk any interruptions during my theatrics. Nothing is worse than a disruptive audience.
One of you is
right through the hands. That does look painful. You won't be opening any jars again, much less handling a weapon. Even with the pain, I wonder if you're consumed by rage or dread. Neither benefits you, but dread suggests an honesty that I have to admire. Were you expecting a fair fight? A climactic showdown in the street? Sergio tried it that way, didn't he? My brother had heart, I'll give him that. I've never had a mind for fair fights, though I've won my share. I prefer domination, and most importantly, survival. That's all that matters. You want to speak, don't you? No doubt you have a pithy retort or some eloquent overture prepared that would convince me to throw down my arms. Not tonight. This time you'll be silent, like a dog following its owner. When this is over, you'll acknowledge me as your master. You're going to beg for death. You'll pray to God for it to end, but he won't listen. Only when you pray to me will you gain release. But that can wait. Right now, I'm an official agent of the New California Republic, warden of their new outpost in Frosthill. In my administration, law and order will be upheld without exception. Why not get off to a strong start here and now?
Forward!
Please don't do this.
By the powers invested in me by the New California Republic, I hereby authorize these agents of the justice system to collect unlawful bounties.
Barnes.
Glad that's over.
So it was done, all according to the law. Randall, you came so far only to taste the bitterness of defeat again. Deep down, you knew it would end this way. Ford, you were quite eager to betray Mr. Randall. Why don't you do the honors?
You son of a bitch!
Now, what are we going to do with you? I could put a round in your head, make it quick, clean. Then again, that's been tried. I don't fear failure so much as being unoriginal. No, I've got something better in mind. You ever hear stories of drunks being buried alive? Since you're not in a position to speak, I'll take your indignant squinting as a yes, so I'll continue. When a man is buried alive in, say, a coffin, he might have 30 minutes or so to live. Trust me, I know. I've seen it firsthand. It's one heck of an interrogation technique, acting like you're burying them. I leave them down there for a bit, then pull them up. They always come up gasping. A few even lose their minds in that short span. I guess it's the darkness and the noise. Imagine, your breathing is strained, dust fills your mouth and eyes, and you hear the weight of earth shifting above you. It's inexorable death. That's why I saved you for last. I want you to feel that terror as you dwell on what transpired here tonight, how you were beaten. No matter how hard you are, the terror will take you eventually. In that moment, when you're wishing for it all to end, just remember, I was the one man who beat you, and that's what people will remember, what they'll say for years to come. It isn't just your body that I'm burying tonight. It's your legend.
Hey, boss, you sure you don't want me to shoot him first?
No, I want the courier to suffer to the last. You hear that, friend? Of course you can, even with that hood on. Is the coffin comfy? Just so you know, I'm putting you in an unmarked grave in the middle of nowhere. From a legal standpoint, you will have simply vanished. You're going to be just another anonymous stiff. You afraid now? Just let it wash over you. Don't fight it. You're so close to the end. I wonder how you might have molded the Mojave if you'd lived. I'm sure people will speculate to no end. They'll forget you, though. They always do. At this moment of acute reflection, I wonder if you appreciate the futility of your efforts. Your mentor is dead. Really dead. I'll face no legal or governmental consequences. Quite the contrary. I'll become a respected citizen, leaving this town while the worms gnaw on your rotting corpse. You remember that when the air thins out. If you could do it all over again, would you even come here? So much to ponder in the darkness. Rest easy. Close it up, boys.
You emerge from a vivid nightmare, quickly sitting up in a strange bed. You notice a familiar face across from you, Thorn. Your hands throb as you begin to shift your weight, but you eventually struggle to your feet. Your legs wobble as you stand, and it becomes painfully apparent that you haven't recovered from your recent injuries. How you managed to survive your ordeal in the grave remains to be seen. You.
And the dead shall rise and walk the earth. Wasn't sure you'd make it. But here you are, on your feet no less.
How did I end up in here?
Tracked Marko and his boys after what happened in town. Saw them aim to bury you alive, so I watched and waited. Marko cleared out and left a pair of men behind, so I slipped in, took them down with a flashbang and a few smacks with my baton. Then I went digging as fast as possible, found you unconscious but breathing. Lucky for you, that doc had some blood in his stores. I managed to get you up here in the dark. Got that blood in you, then patched you up your hands. You're damn lucky you know that.
The treatment you mentioned requires some skill. Where'd you learn to practice medicine?
The followers of the apocalypse. I was a physician for a time, enjoyed helping people. That was all I wanted to do as a young man. But when you see good people get hurt and nothing's done, nothing changes. It can move you to action. I thought I could make things right. That's why I hunted men down for so long. It was never about money. Everyone I gunned down was a tiny piece of justice for what I'd lost. You do it for enough time, you stop seeing them as men. They're everything you hate, everything you fear, personified. Maybe I could go back to the followers, start practicing again somewhere, start over. I'm done killing, though. That I could promise you.
Why aren't you running with the other bounty hunters?
I'm done hunting anyone or anything. What they did, it was simple butchery. God help me. I'll never forget it. The hell with bounty hunters.
Why did you help me?
I knew something was going down when Brookshire pulled us aside before the op. Told everyone there would be bounties on the townspeople. He told us to keep our mouths shut and follow Marko's lead. When the time came, most everyone nodded and smiled, didn't even question him. I had no loyalty to Randall, but it bothered me regardless. Brookshire told us to round up everyone in town that he would handle you. I didn't know what they had in store. I mean, I thought they'd capture everyone and haul them back for a trial. That's what they're supposed to do. I also didn't know that Brookshire would trade you and Randall out. I thought he would just tell you to fuck off in a typical NCR fashion. See, they had me posted at the church, waiting with a rifle, in case you tried anything. I had a clear view of everything, that's for sure. I didn't know they'd killed them all right there, but Marko killed Randall. I should have done something, but I just froze. Marko was in the crosshairs, but I couldn't do it. I was scared. Goddamn shameful fucking coward. That's what I am.
You're clearly suffering from PTSD. It'll take some time to move past this.
Physician, heal thyself, huh? Yeah, you might be right. I don't want to talk about it, okay? It's all what happened. No use dwelling now.
Where's Marko?
He left town to bury Randall's body. He must have thought pretty highly of him, because the rest were buried in a mass grave. When I last went into town to nab supplies, I saw most of the hunters were living it up in the saloon. Ford was with them. Look, I want to leave this place and never look back. I'm making straight for Mojave, so you're welcome to join me.
I'm not going anywhere until I reckon with Marko.
Burning your boats on the shore, huh? Look, if this is how you want to play it, I'll respect your decision. I can't help you, but I'll wait here. You'll surprise them. They'll probably panic. Don't expect Marko to go easy, though. You're walking wounded. Won't be healed for weeks at least. Marko won't take any chances this time. He'll kill you.
Not sure why there's a missing voice here. It's not about living or dying, it's about seeing this through to the finish, whatever the outcome.
You act like this is your destiny or something. You've been buying into your own legend, and it's gonna kill you in the end. You have a choice here. I won't stop you, but I won't leave you either. I'll wait here for a day or two. If you don't come back, I'll just assume the worst and move on.
Okay, been decreased. That's fine, because they were already pretty damn high. I still have my weapons. So, what's the most aggressive weapon I have? Howdy, boys. Okay. Forthcoming developments. Our offer. Let's have a look at these notes, shall we? Ford, I'm gonna bury Randall myself, so I'm counting on you to keep that crew under control until the other half of Brookshire's bounty gets here. They can cut loose for a few days, but don't let them vandalize the shops or any other property. Miners and settlers will be making their way into town soon, and I don't want to waste resources cleaning up the place. Python has agreed to hire all the hunters to act as temporary security until things are stabilized. Glanton out of the picture, this means we'll have to keep pressure on the 80s to the north. It also means there's big potential for added income. You showed me something and I have high hopes for you here. Randall didn't recognize your potential, but I do. Stay focused and you'll get far, Marko. P.S. If there's any sort of emergency, send a runner to the old graveyard. Our offer. Ford, thank you for coming forward and arranging our meeting. I understand your frustration with Mr. Randall, who has never taken you seriously as a bounty hunter. If you're willing to assist the NCR in pacifying Frosthill, I'll personally recommend you for a leadership position. You'll soon have the dignity and deference that was so brusquely denied by Randall for so long. The man is a backwards bully who'll never appreciate the benefits of the NCR. As a fellow patriot, I know you can count. I can count on you. Good luck, Brookshire. What a mess. Let's get out of here. Passage to the graveyard, right behind the town. I'll still go around and look at all the places I didn't see once we're once we're done here. Still wondering if it's gonna lead us anywhere else, which is why I'm not exploring them now. You know, I hate to blue ball you like this, but there's only a few that I haven't checked out, so maybe I should do that right now before we actually head up to the graveyard, because it looks like an entirely separate world space. I'll be quick about it. I'm assuming there's no more quests to be done. Can't go into the Robbins residence. Well, never mind, that place is locked, so I don't know what's up with that. Let's just get on with it, shall we?
How in the... I should have known. I deliberately provided simple instructions, yet people can't manage if I'm not supervising. I do hate leadership at times. There's no way you can be healed up. Why even come here? You can't win this fight. You're broken and alone. You lost. You could have walked out of this canyon and I'd never have given you a second thought. Apparently, I'm just not good at vengeance. You killed my brother, so I maimed and humiliated you, then slaughtered a town and forced you to watch. That's more or less even, right? I know you're anxious to spew some venomous diatribe, but permit me a moment. Let's say that a miracle occurs and you killed me. You'll limp back to the Mojave with a broken body, your myth shattered. People will only remember your feelings. They're just lousy that way. They won't talk about how you killed me. They'll mock you for getting captured and allowing the town to get butchered. You had a good thing in the Mojave. You should have stayed there. Quite a stage we have here, huh? Audience of dead men. Go ahead, tell me how I'm destined for the infernal reaches or all manner of mutilation. I'm sure it will be very bold and original.
You scared?
Scared? No, not in the least. I'm gravely disappointed. You had to get involved with every little thing, didn't you? Before you killed my brother, I had a good thing going here. I had real peace for the first time in my life, and you took it from me. I'll get it back with the NCR, but it's going to be a while before the fire goes out inside. That's why I hate you. You remind me of what I am. I'd kill you 1,000 times if I could, just to see that look. The moment when you realize that you're no better than me. Even if you survive, you'll carry the curse. You'll never have a normal life. People will always see the blood on your hands before anything else. So no, I'm not scared. I pity you.
You'll regret everything you've done soon enough.
I only regret that I didn't personally see to your demise. To bind, prod, whip, skewer, and slice you until all that remained was twitching flesh. I regret the passing benevolence which tainted my judgment, made me doubt my own nature, my strength. It was an infection of weakness. I wish I could have scourged your friends in front of your eyes, then let you listen to their screams after I'd blinded you. Do you know what I feel when I think of the townspeople, Randall or his family? Nothing. They were no more than insects, mere parasites. This world is hate, and I am its greatest pupil. Bring your courage, your righteousness. Measure it against my resolve, and you will fail.
I took care of Ford and the other hunters. Looks like you're alone too.
Ford was a parasite, the lowest form of man. Unable to stand on his own, forge his own path. He could only leech off the energy of others. At least Randall had purpose and guts. Once the hunters were paid and gone, I was going to personally cut Ford's throat. So thanks. As for being alone, that's how it's always been. Anyone who's honest knows that's what life is. It's a slow, lonely stroll through hell. Only person I ever cared about was my brother, and you took it upon yourself to snuff him out for a greasy wad of cabs. This is how it should be. I'm ready, courier.
I've heard your jabber for long enough. Let's see if you're as good as they say.
Come on, words are just fun. Well, if you insist.
A few things I would like to introduce you to. Okay. That's better. Got a unique pistol, unique outfit. I'll just leave you out here with the rest of your kind. I'm gonna take a little detour before I go back and finish this. I can't go into the Robbins Ranch. I don't have a key. Must have been for a quest I never got. Let's go check Godwin's Ranch, this house, and that HQ out before we leave, which is what I assume we're about to do. I'm not sure what they could have been all about because I didn't pick up any other quests. Just random locations, I guess. Unless there's someone inside of some of them. Can't go into Godwin's home. Alright. Guess we'll try Jackson's house. Jackson, I wonder if they mean Jackson from New Vegas Bounties 2. I wonder if maybe things would have been different if I still had the other New Vegas Bounties mods and maybe even the Russell mod installed. Maybe that has something to do with getting into these places. I'm gonna doubt it. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe they would have opened up if I made some different choices, but whatever. Made the choices I made, and I'm sticking with them. Oh, look. Oh my god, there's a lot of them here. These guys really like to travel in huge packs at small little camps. Man. Alright, just get out of here. That wasn't even the location I was going for. Nope, just a random camp. Not gonna bother looting now. I'm pretty much done with big gunfights, I think. And I'm good on ammo. Can't go in here either. What a surprise. Okay, well, let's check out the HQ over here.
Welcome to the Mountain Warfare Training Center, sir or ma'am. Please state your branch of service.
I was right. Coast Guard.
Good morning, Coast Guardsmen. Report to the frozen pool for kayak training and fishing lessons. Have a nice day.
What exactly is this place?
This is the Mountain Warfare Training Center, a combined armed facility constructed in 2050. The MWTC pools the knowledge of all branches in order to prepare troops for fighting communism in Arctic and/or mountainous terrain.
What happened to this place?
In the absence of regular maintenance, avalanches and heavy snows have compromised the structural integrity of most buildings. This was unforeseen in planning, as the contractor, Hallen Ron, guaranteed structural integrity for 250 years.
Okay.
Have a pleasant day. Thank you for your service.
So there's actually just nothing in here. Okay. Well, we did meet this robot who's still here. Anyways. That's about all I can do, so let's finish this story up.
Yes?
Marko's dead. Let's go.
You did it. You actually did it. I didn't expect to see you again. I was here thinking how I'd break it to your people back in Vegas.
You stand poised to return to the Mojave Wasteland. You are certain you'll never be able to get back here. Are you sure you want to leave? Yes, yeah. I'm ready to go. I've seen everything.
And so it was that the clash between the courier and Marko had come to its conclusion. Their actions had reshaped Frosthill and irrevocably changed the fortunes of numerous inhabitants.
Shortly before the massacre at Frosthill, an argument between Cocker and Cuddy resulted in Cuddy actually walking the fuck out the door. Cocker insisted on following Cuddy as he walked out of the Deep Creek Mountains, berating him the entire time. This continued for several weeks until Cuddy walked to an NCR recruiting station and enlisted to spite Cocker. Undeterred, Cocker enlisted beside his friend and immediately volunteered for frontline duty. Insistent that Cocker was in fact a pussy, Cuddy volunteered for the same.
Thanks to the courier's largesse, Dana was able to retain ownership of the family farm. In time, she managed to salvage their fortunes. She eventually made a deal to sell produce and livestock to the Crimson Caravan, ensuring stable income for her foreseeable future.
Unsung and soon forgotten, Doolin was just another notch in the courier's belt. His relatives in California sometimes wondered what became of him, but they ultimately concluded that his outlaw ways had caught up with him.
Unshackled from his psychological bonds, Porter sought out other super mutants who aspired to live in peace. He made his way to Jacobstown, where he hoped to begin a new life herding livestock and assisting other super mutants who had lost their way.
Though sure of himself at the time, Lee's decision to fight the courier resulted in quick death. His cadaver was dumped on the outskirts of town, where it was torn asunder and consumed by local predators.
Godwin continued raising bighorners while secretly manufacturing mail bombs sent to NCR offices. His attacks claimed the lives of dozens of officials and innocent civilians in the years that followed. Godwin would never face justice.
Frost continued to move from town to town, always vigilant against the threat of assassination. Eventually, he headed towards the Great Plains, and he was never seen again.
Ford's dream of becoming a wasteland legend died with him in Frosthill when he met the Courier's wrath. In the final seconds before he died, Ford had hoped he'd earn his own chapter in the next dime novel about the Courier.
Like the courier, Cooper survived the ordeal of near death and became closer to his new master as a result. He followed the courier to the Mojave, determined to remain a loyal companion no matter the end.
Just north of Mojave, Thorne said his goodbyes to the courier and headed towards the setting sun. Unwilling to return to his home, Thorne decided he would reconnect with the followers of the apocalypse and renew his career in medicine. By assisting the helpless and healing the infirm, Thorne was able to move past the events at Frosthill. He prayed that the courier could do the same.
Fresh off his successful operation to annex the Deep Creek Mountains, Brookshire was warmly received by his superiors at the NCR Embassy. After he ferried the surviving orphans of Frosthill to state homes, Brookshire quietly filed a report that classified the courier as MIA. For his efforts, he was awarded with a promotion and a special commendation. His agency's director would call him a model for us all. Brookshire then planned his next operation from within the embassy, confident of his success, never considering that the courier might return.
In spite of his best efforts to evade the courier, Glanton finally met his end, deep inside Knife Point Cavern. Glanton's surviving supporters hailed him as a martyr, and soon hunted the courier in a quest for retribution.
In the end, Marko was undone by the very trait he so often touted, resolve. The courier persevered through pain and death in order to claim victory. Without his strong leadership, the NCR outpost at Frosthill floundered. Once the 80s resumed their raids, the town was abandoned. Even after his death, Marko's name incurred fear and dread whenever it was muttered. His body had perished, but the legend endured.
Despite Marko's best-laid plans, the courier battled back from the brink of death and prevailed in the legendary duel. Though Marko was dead, the courier had not emerged from the contest unscathed. He would bear physical and mental scars for the rest of his life. Quietly enduring his injuries, he steadily limped back to the Mojave wasteland, where uncertainty and war awaited him.
Though you recovered during the trip, your hands are now permanently scarred from the gunshot wounds. As a result, your rate of fire and draw speed will suffer, but you'll deal more damage. Alright, so there was a few characters that I didn't actually run into out there. I don't know who you are, buddy. I was pretty damn thorough, and I still managed to miss a few people. So, I played that mod for 4.5 hours, is how long it took me. Not sure how long the video turned out to be, but I thought I unturned every single stone. Obviously I didn't. Missed some stuff, not sure how I did. Must have been a result of different choices I could have made or something like that. But yeah, I looked everywhere, so I'm not sure how I missed those things. Anyways, I'm glad I finally played through this. It kind of ended the way I suspected it would end. But it is good to finally wrap up the stories from all those quest mods I played in the past. And that was it was a really, really well done mod. As I've come to expect from the mod author, it was just really quality. The story was a little predictable at times, but there was a few hooks that I didn't expect for sure. But the voice acting was great. There was lots to do. Obviously, 4.5 hours of content. The world space was good. It was just overall a really good mod, and it seems like a fitting ending to that kind of anthology. Now, with that being said, I do have at least one more mod that kind of caps off some of the other stories from the Some Guy series of quests that I need to do. Now that I'm free of kind of some other stuff in regards to Fallout content, I'll be back to doing this more regularly, I hope. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the journey. I know it was probably a really long video, but I kind of prefer to do them this way when I can, just so I don't have to pump out a million short episodes of it. Prefer to have it just be one long adventure, stuff like this. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one, so I'll see you guys next time. Take care.